Okay, so let's get into things, and then you guys can short rest and all this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Um,
Got it.
so, Damien is here. Yes. Okay. Good. Thomas just needs to roll a d20, and then we will
Yeah, just downloading world data.
get started. Okay. I may need your guys' help on the recap here. I actually am gonna get you guys to do it. So it's session 36. What happened in the last session, you guys?
Well, you see, in classic storytelling, we tell the craziest, coolest part first. The amazing pterodactyl that appeared out of nowhere, swooping in to fly the party in a high-speed chase.
Yeah. We
That
got to
was
that
pretty
cool,
cool.
awesome part. We started in a tavern, and the session before this, we had ended with Ulrich going to confront the the session before this one. Ulrich was confronting the leader. We met some slavers in this tavern called the Salty Barrel, and we had set our sights on committing goblin murder. And goblin murder we did. Ulrich was hasted and buffed, and he just took his sword and slashed and grazed through basically everything that he could see. We threw Valanthe Fireball and other spells cast by Rice, who ended up being our main target. We burned the Salty Barrel down. We did free the slaves. However, nobody fully unlocked the chains, so we may have to go back and do that later, possibly. But they are free. They are no longer captive at the moment. And then we decided to take off after Rice because he escaped with invisibility because he is a crazy invisible.
Yeah, Rice was the
spellcaster.
leader of the Goblin gang, the one who Ulrich was kind of in the face of, and then there was some back and forth, and then you guys kind of decimated all the goblins inside the tavern. There was a targeted fireball on one particular goblin, which did end up with the bar catching on fire. Ulrich rushing back in to save a bartender, and the Valente, after that fireball that she had sent out, went out and warned people about this fire so that you were able to get innocent civilians out. And when you guys walked away, like when Ulrich grabbed his horse from the front, you did see citizens of Port Rusalka helping to put out the fire as well. But you're right in that you took out the slaves. You guys got all of the slaves out that the goblins had on the stage of the Salty Barrel. Like when your guys' fight had first started, that these slaves were going to be sold. And Rice was kind of this auctioneer of the slaves. And you guys decided this was not something you were going to allow. And you got all those slaves out. You killed all the goblins. And after you guys got out into the alleyway, Ricard had to cast a spell in order to speak with the slaves. But what happened after that, you guys?
We then chased down the goblin slave overlord, and for quite some time I rode on a horse. The rest of the party rode on some form of pterodactyl creature that Damien had transformed into.
Yeah, what was it
And
called? A
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Sorry, Ricard. I should have said Ricard. Ricard transformed into Quetzalcoatl and picked everyone up. Notable moments were Gwen falling from it, and then the goblin turning invisible and us hunting him down through the woods, and him doing actually like a sizable amount of damage to us, which was pretty cool. I don't know if I missed anything else as well, guys.
Yeah, she fell off the dinosaur too.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sheev almost died. He fireballed us in the air, and then knocked me out, and then I fell to the ground, unconscious. Sorry, Sheev did. I'm not Jack. I didn't do that. That'd be cool if I did that though. And then Leo ended up being the one to heal. Because Gwyn also ended up getting taken out by a cone of cold that Rice had casted, and basically we chased Rice around this like bridge, like kind of foresty area for a while. He's a very slippery. He was, because he's now dead. He was a very slippery spellcaster type of character, and eventually through wearing him down and cornering him, Rykard and is in his Quetzalcoatl form, and Ulrich kind of got around an invisible Rice, forced him to try and get away, and then once Leo had revived me and Gwyn, Sheev had teleported, or dimension doored rather, Valanthe and himself over to Rice, where Valanthe did what Valanthe does, and she fireballed Rice, killing him perma-dead. So eventually, Rice was gotten. Sorry if I missed anything.
No.
Did we miss anything? Sorry.
I appreciate the amazing recap from my party members, and you all deserve a gold star.
One thing to note is in the fight in the tavern with Gwyn's scattergun, because, Gwyn was there, Liv was not there, so Jack was rolling for Gwyn, and he is notoriously cursed, so he did not roll super well, and the scattergun misfired, and the scattergun was not usable for the rest of the fights that you guys had. So
I didn't even get to use it properly. I missed the first one and misfired on the second time. It didn't even fire because, yep.
And that's how it goes. Anything else that we wanted to add to that happened last time? It was a lot of fighting and chasing.
I rescued the barmaid.
Yes.
Yes.
As well.
Mm-hmm.
So now she loves me.
True, she does. Valanthe and Sheev hugged. Leo just got back too.
Leo also was not on the dinosaur. He came in on a flying bull to chase down Rice.
That's right.
When chasing down Rice, there was Ulrich on a horse, there was Leo on a flying bull, and the rest of you on a dinosaur. So it's quite the sight for Port Rusalka. So that's where you guys are now. You guys are kind of on the side of a road. You had gotten some advice from the tiefling bartender that Ulrich had saved that the Cadboro temple, which theoretically is where some of the other goblin slave traders are, is to the right of a crooked tree at the end of this path, which you guys can see from where you are, where you guys are short resting. You've got this kind of thick jungle on either sides of the road, and you can hear the distant crashing of the ocean. There is a little bit of a light rain going on. It was kind of pouring before, but it's kind of dissipated a little bit. So you guys can make sure you all take a short rest here. Do your hit die or whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Action surge, let's go. Do you mind unpausing the game just so I can move Sunflower V2 off my face? Thank you.
V2.
Short rest. I'm going to roll a 2 hit die.
How do you roll hit die?
When it says you click short rest below your hit die, and then you got to click roll next to it.
Oh, okay. Should I just take another short rest then? Because I
that's
I heal for
fine.
so much.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's a 14 on that die, Ulrich. Wow.
I'm one off full health.
Yeah, I am full health, but I had to use 5 hit die, so
Did you roll it in your games where players must elect the number of dice they're rolling before they start rolling short rests?
No.
No. Okay.
Not before. I feel like you can kind of decide based on what you roll.
Cool.
I'll leave it at 2. I'm not gonna roll for that last bit of HP. Famous last words.
Oh, I know.
So you guys are kind of on the side of this road. There are these thick vines and foliage. Rice's body was pretty much completely charred, and Valente had kind of cleared out a space in the jungle if that's where you guys want to take this rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's kind of surrounded by trees, but the ground that you're actually on is just like black from this fireball, and then Rice's charred body next to you guys.
As soon as the fight's over, just apologies, before the short rest takes place, I would like to go over to Rice's body and douse the flames, and then I've got a hemp rope, and I'd like to tie it around his legs, and then just have that with me.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do so.
During this short rest, I would like to use my Tinker's tools to repair my scattergun.
Absolutely, you can. That's really all you need to do. You just make a point to repair it. You work on it. It was, you did notice in the first couple times, well, the first time in trying it, that the recoil is pretty heavy on this gun. So it's going to take a bit of an adjustment maybe to use it. But
Okay.
you can take the time. It takes you a little bit longer than you would have wanted, but you are able to fix it.
Hear a voice from above just say, "I'm sorry." But also, real quick, just for me, Valanthe, and Sheev, Valanthe, and Gwyn, our max HP has been raised by 15 as well. So if you hit dice and you roll, you can roll above your normal hit die total currently. Because what Leo cast was Aid, and it raises your max HP for, I think it's 8 hours. Let me double check, but I think it's 8 hours. So right now, like, I have 43 HP because I rolled my hit die to get me above it. I'm above my total, but just for now.
Do I have to roll to recover my entire HP bar?
You don't have to. You can if you want to. Like, if you were curious and having
what
more,
would be
you can.
smart?
We don't take short rest very often. I think we're gonna get another short rest.
Yeah, it just depends on if you think we're able to clear out this goblin camp without taking another short rest, because we only have 7 hit die. But it's up to you.
Okay. How do I roll more than one hit die at once?
You can't unless you want to do it, man. Like roll /2d10 plus whatever your con is times 2.
In the short rest window, you can click to roll, and just keep clicking a roll.
Okay.
So, sorry, that's a mechanical thing. Just want to get that out of the way.
Appreciate it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah, because I'm 1 HP above my max currently, just because of the buff. So
I have 5 extra.
let's go.
Samesies.
But yeah, as we're kind of resting, I'm just gonna kind of look around at everybody and just, good job, everyone. I believe we've done good here today. How is everyone feeling? Are we okay to push on to try to clear out this encampment?
Yes, but I think that we should do some scouting first. We should gain at least a modicum of understanding about what fortifications they might have, whether they're entrenched or not, and what the best route to attack, shall we say.
If you give me 10 minutes and allow me to take 10 gold pieces from our party fund, I can transform, and Rhea is going to, my cat is going to kind of come out from around my collar. I can turn my familiar into a flying animal, and I can scout around if we need be. I can see through its eyes.
I think that sounds fine, and I'll look at the rest of the party one by one. Anyone else have any ideas?
I'm good with that.
Sounds good to me.
Valente?
Awesome.
My only idea right now is to get some rest and a comfortable bed, but the flying cat is fine. He can scout for us.
And as Valanthe says, flying cat, that's going to happen. Mechanically, it's going to be a bird, but what's this specific one, I think? It's going to be a raven mechanically, but it just looks like I gave Rhea wings. So there's this like orange cat with wings flying around. I'll take 10 GP out of the party fund for the stuff there. But as we get closer, once we get to the point where once we're done with the rest, and once we get to the point where I feel like we're far enough out that I can get within range, I would like to fly up with Rhea.
Okay.
So before we do that, the one precaution I do want to take is I'm going to draw one of my spirits and hold on to it for now. So I'm going to roll that now.
Okay, make a perception check with your familiar, Sheev.
I can do that. No, I just have to check one thing. Do I keep my mental stats, or do I use its mental stats?
I think you use its mental stats for your familiar.
That's actually good for me. Because my perception is bad. Just double check what the Ravens...
Yeah, because it's your familiar that's making the check.
Yeah. I'm seeing through its eyes. It has actually plus 3 to perception, so it's better than Sheev. By a long shot, so... Okay... that is going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. So you send up this Rhea. You send up this cat with wings, and using kind of the instructions that the tiefling gave you, she flies up and goes to the west or the right of the direction that you guys are heading. So southwest from you guys is where the temple is. She follows kind of the line from this crooked tree that narrows out into a pathway. And then there is like a blue-green river running along the same road, and she kind of follows that. And it comes into what looks like a collection of kind of abandoned stone buildings. The river kind of runs in between them. And it looks like the buildings some of them are partially underground, and that you're just kind of seeing the tops of some of these, that either this has happened like just over time or it's been actively destroyed. It's kind of hard to tell. But it doesn't really look like there's a really clear path in. It kind of seems like the river might be the best bet to follow it, because it does seem like it's moving and there's a current that is clearly going somewhere.
Okay. I'll report that to everybody else, and just kind of lay out what you said. And I'll kind of look to Ulrich to help. I think Ulrich would be best to plan this. Ulrich, how do you think we should go about, with the information I've just given you, how do you feel we should go about entering? Should we go in guns blazing, or should we take a more tactical approach?
Are you able to draw a very simplistic map of what your familiar saw?
I believe I am.
Well,
yeah.
Judging by our party's composition, we have excellent range damage, support, and excellent support. I think that we have one of two options as I gather everyone around. First option is we use the dead corpse of this here goblin, mimicking his voice and his appearance, if we can, and we try and lure the foul creatures out of the temple, which will result in as minimum damage to the temple as possible, which I think would stand us in good stead with our goddess. Or we attack from two sides. We draw them out with a small, light and swift engagement from the front, three of us. A feigned attack, draw them out, and then we have two people come from the rear and attack them where they are squishy, such as their ranges and any other spellcasters they might have.
I may be able to help with the mimicking. If someone can control the body like a puppet, I can. I'll cast minor illusion to mimic the voice of the dead goblin.
Okay.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah, this sounds pretty accurate.
But Anthony, you look like you have an idea.
I think she froze.
She froze. The idea was too exciting.
I did roll a 3 on my my spirits table. I guess I'll use that now to give two of us temporary hit points.
So this Steve draws this out for you and way better than I do.
Yes, I do.
There's like a river that comes in, and then there's like a stone stairway on one side of the river. On the other side of the river, Rhea points out that like a pool of water, like just looks like an isolated pool, but it clearly looks like this river is running in and out. This river that's going in, it like kind of disappears underground, and then there's like at the top of a tower behind it.
That further stairs. Gwen, what kind of range do you have with your weapons? What do they afford you?
I have 90 feet of range on my pistol and 30 feet of range on my scattergun, but
Fantastic. Well, I think we position you and potentially Valente in the tower. Draw them out, pepper them, and the rest of us will come in from another side.
If we are committing to the animating rice bit, I have an easy way to create to make myself invisible. I could, how do you say, weekend at Bernie's, Rice's body while Rykard creates the voice, if that is something we want to commit to. If we need that, we may not need that much, but it is something I can do if need be.
What's the plan?
And also, I can speak for Valanthe and myself. Our longest range damaging abilities are anywhere between 100 to 120 feet, roughly, for range purposes.
Very well, I think we do that. You, Valente, and Ricard, you go in from the bottom. Myself and Gwen, we can make a formidable strike team. Quite mobile as well. Do you think 2 people can fit on Sunflower V2?
Yeah.
We can go in, hit and run them from the back. Well, your scattergun will be most effective. What do you think?
I think it sounds like a plan. I'm up
So,
Very well.
what's our plan with Bryce's orchestration? Are we going to try to lure them out then?
Lure them out into a bunch where we will burst them down with aerial damage.
The lie will be we've come to celebrate, and I'm a bard. I will orchestrate. I'll play a song.
You can be next to him if you wish. In fact, what the idea could be is that you are his new, what's the word? The knights have
Minstrel.
them. Minstrel or announcer or someone who does his talking on behalf of him. That can be your role.
You are in the presence of Lord Rice.
Ooh, this is a good idea.
As he does this, I mean, and then you guys take a look at Rice's body. Rice's body is not in a good state, so if you want to pull this off, for sure there would have to be some adjustments, either magically or physically, to his body, probably.
Do we have any cloaks of any kind to give him maybe an oversized cloak? Maybe Rice just has gained a flair for the dramatic and his announcer has draped him in a large cloak to hide his spectacular appearance? Is that something we could probably do?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Announcer.
Right.
You are his announcer.
Yes. His announcer, true.
Let's see what I have. Well, you can use some of your prestidigitation, I think it's called, to clean the body.
Snap my
true.
fingers and just have it, the grime and grit all just kind of flake and fall off.
Yeah, you clean off the ash. Underneath, it's like burned skin, freshly burned skin. So it's like very raw and red. Yeah. But you do clean off the ash.
So is it a yes or no on my unseen servant?
I think
We did not hear the
idea.
unseen servant part.
Okay, I was trying to send it in Discord chat. I was trying to suggest before everything crashed. I have my unseen servant who might be able to move him around in a sort of realistic way. If you look at him from afar in the shadows.
I don't know if unseen servant is strong enough.
He's a goblin. We just take out some of the inside and then just hoist him about like a puppet.
Is the burned goblin less than 10 pounds.
No, it's 30. It's 30.
Sorry, did we burn enough of his skin off to make him weigh less than 30
He
pounds?
wasn't a big individual to begin with. I would say he'd probably be
Okay.
around 30 pounds. He's small.
Listen, I'm not above. I'm not above chopping off an arm to make him fit weight. Can we test this first, or are we?
That's too much obvious. You just gotta.
both his arms. Put a
That-
cloak around him.
Yeah, that
That's
is a good
helpful.
idea.
But I would also say gutting is probably a better way.
Yeah,
Well,
the arms is more fun.
are any of us skilled enough for that to but got him? Anyway, I've got an
This is all theory.
evolution of the plan. Ricard, you are his announcer, and Valente, you are his beautiful consort or slave woman that he's brought back for the enjoyment of the other goblins.
Anyone have any booze?
Sorry,
Any sort?
what will you have me reduced to?
No,
I can't do it, but hey, wow.
Listen, it may have been something. It may have come across as very harsh, but what I believe he was trying to say is he was trying to get you in prime position to murder more of these these awful, evil slavers.
Exactly.
It is yeah. It really is the dichotomy of man, consort or slave woman. No. That would be a good idea. Getting more of our people in prime position is good. So, okay, with the evolution of the plan, at this point, it looks like Rice in a hood, Rykard and Valanthe like Weekend at Bernie's, him in the front as to draw everyone else out, right? Then Ulrich and Gwyn, where are you going again?
We will wait on the side and come in from the flank when they're ready.
And me as well with you, or me from somewhere else? I have about 120-foot range, and I can do those as many times as need be. And I can also fly. So if I have enough time, I can get to an elevated position, just as an option. I trust your plan.
I would the stairs that you mentioned. If you can position yourself there, out of sight, to begin with, that would be fantastic. If you have enough magical reserves to get there stealthily, then do it. Otherwise, maybe move in behind Ricard and Valente as they distract the goblins.
Wonderful. I'm going to bring up this map that I drew one more time, please, DM. All right. So, are you talking about the stairs in front or the stairs in the back?
There are no stairs in the back. The stairs at the front, like Rhea could see, that are next to the river here, and then the river disappears into like darkness and staglamites or whatever over here, like a cave mouth. There's a pool of water on this side that's just like, it seems like an isolated pool, but like I said, clearly the water is like running underneath the ground. And then this guy is just the top of a stone tower that is like semi-crumbled.
Gotcha. So we want people like. So we want people like this. So the two yellow X's are Valente and Ricard. The sole yellow X is yourself, Shiv, and then the two red arrows are either options for myself and Gwen to come in.
Wonderful. And again, sorry, DM. Based on the description given to me earlier, or given to us, we believe that the crumbled tower, is what we're looking for.
Probably, based on the instructions that the tiefling gave you, she told you to turn at the crooked tree, which is like kind of in front of the end of this road that where you guys are now, and then to turn right. So it's at the end of that road with the river running alongside it. It looks like the only structure out here, other than if you were to like go farther south.
Sounds good. And I'll turn to Ulrich. All right, excellent. That is a great plan. I can make myself invisible, so I can even be in better position if need be. So whatever works. All right, I'm gonna finish up, kind of recovering myself. I almost died just like a couple of minutes ago, but I think we'll be ready to go shortly.
I'm gonna sharpen my sword.
Can I try and look? Well, What did the slaves look like in the tavern when Rice was trying to trade them? Were they down in dressed in rags and very disheveled clothing, or were they looking?
They were all tieflings or fiends in some regard, and most of them were dressed in very simple garb, something like just a pants and a t-shirt type of thing, but equivalent to Rue Coast. So like a linen shirt and linen pants. Definitely have traveled on a ship for a while, so not clean. Maybe a little stain from seawater type of thing and sweat, that type of thing.
Trying to think if I'm going down that route or if I'm trying to look nicer.
Like, could it be a beautiful
as
consort or a slave woman? It's a tough choice, and it's the only two choices.
I mean, I have earrings. Well, I'll just disguise myself as a woman of the world.
Like,
shall we say?
Are you using a spell, or are you just using what you have?
Just the stuff in my backpack. So I have a set of finer clothing and some earrings and a necklace. I'll just try and figure something out from there.
Sure.
Valanthi, I hesitate to do this, but I have a spell that can soil your clothing if need be, for effect.
I think that's
I feel soiled enough. Thank you.
No, it is genuinely a spell, but if not, that's okay.
What are you suggesting exactly?
One of prestidigitation's effects is it can soil clothing.
Yes, but what type of soil am I to receive?
Assume just dirt and
Dirt,
grime. Yeah, nothing like too gross. Just make it look like you've been traveling. I understand the word soil can mean literally anything, but it's mostly just dirt and grime.
Sure. Sure.
Rip up your clothes.
That's
Sew this.
Rip them up.
Your mic is being a bit weird there, Thomas. You might need to say that again.
I heard rip them up, and I was like, no.
I know you're completely off.
You're out.
Sounds like you're far away.
That's I don't know how that's making it worse, but that's making it worse.
Yeah.
I cannot hear you anymore.
Yeah,
personally.
It's gone. Maybe just.
How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't have.
There we go.
My input sensitivity was switched off.
You're gone again.
I don't know why it's.
Oh,
is it sounding like
you're back?
Yeah, in your regular voice, it sounds fine.
Like, I think you should rip up your clothes and maybe bind your hands. We got to really sell this, guys. Really sell it.
I don't. Sure. Okay. Just
listen.
okay.
I will be right beside you, invisible, and I can cut if the second things pop off, I can cut bindings. I can do whatever needs to be done. We will be okay.
I appreciate your attention. I'm not worried about being bound or in danger. I just don't want to ruin the last nice clothing I have. But I'll do it. It's fine. I can buy some more, I suppose.
Yeah, yes, we have so much money now. Because of you, we have a lot of money to buy new clothes.
With all due respect,
True, because of me. Thanks to me. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
with all due respect, Valente, there's a very high likelihood that you'll be covered in goblin blood and brains. So that's.
Yeah, we can wash it off. Tears are much harder to.
Yes, very true.
All right, let's do this. And with Valente, I will cast some spells and do some tearing to make her nice, fine clothes look not as nice and fine.
Yeah, this is pretty visceral for you, Valente. I mean, you started as this as this high elf who wouldn't leave her room before she took a nice bath. So this is like pretty, impactful as she makes you look like a slave, and you guys rip up the clothes. And what are you guys using to bind the hands? Rope, or do you have chain?
I do have a chain. I'll very loosely. I'm going to tie the chain around Valenthi's hands, and I'm going to lock it in place with maybe 2 strands of horsehair. So it's very easy just to snap, but it will hold it in place enough to so it looks at least like it's on her wrist, if she's okay with it, of course.
I feel so
Do
bad
you
about this
consent?
just watching.
This sucks.
This won't even make a story.
I'm just going to say, and I'll just like talk quietly to Valanthi while I'm doing this. Like, I'm not enjoying this at all. This is quite unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
You do an excellent job.
Yes, I'm very sorry too.
Any consolation, we won't tell anyone.
Thank
The
you.
only
Please
people who
don't.
will know are us. It's not like there's anybody else who's going to see this, because everybody else is going to die besides us. So, you know.
You guys are pretty successful in pulling this off, though.
Fuck
You
yeah.
dress her down. You use what you have.
Sweet. Cool. I think we're. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, we're not picking you out specifically as well. I mean, we could do this very easily. It's just elves are a little bit more exotic, so it sells it that much more. Since I think
Gee, thanks. Jesus.
Oh, they had a thing for tieflings.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's enough.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
With it.
So, logistically, what's happening first in the line of things that we want to do here?
Okay. Well, first things first. Once everyone's set, I'm gonna cast my once a day invisibility on myself. Nope. Wait. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use a spell slot for that because I used that already. So I'm gonna use my. Sorry, I used it. So I'm gonna use a spell slot for invisibility because I have it. Which brings me down to 1 second level spell slot, unfortunately. But I am now invisible, and I'm going to stand beside, just stand beside the Valanthi and Rykard tandem, and kind of just go ahead a little bit to make sure that they're okay getting to the location we need to get them to.
Okay.
That's my stuff.
And we're wrapping Rice up in a cloak.
Yeah, something like that. Just like a shawl around his head. Maybe get some over his head. Yeah.
Okay.
If he has any jewelry or stuff that's on his person, like we'll try and make it a bit more visible so they know it's him. A hat or anything like that he has.
He doesn't, and all of his clothes pretty much got burned. His weapons are like semi-usable. He has a pistol. He has a pistol and a dagger.
Why don't we rally? Why don't we use the angle of him being hurt and we're leading the rest of the goblins too who hurt us?
That is a good idea. We should also put the weapons in his hand. Like tie them into his hand.
But we
That
cut
looks
off
like
his
he-
hands.
Then we cut off one maybe?
I thought they were only going to do that if we were going to manipulate it with unseen servant. If no, we
okay.
don't have to mutilate.
Okay. all right.
They're
Good.
recasting
Alright,
Unseen Servant as well.
No.
This.
Oh, we are?
Are
Well,
we asking?
Oh. Can it help?
I can.
It depends on whether or not.
It controls the fingers, so you moving the body.
It depends on whether or not, if you can make it look convincing, like he's standing next to you, Rykard, then we don't need to. But if you can't, if it might be hard. If you cannot convincingly make it so that he looks alive, moving, we should probably try the servant. unless you want to try with maybe like carry
Okay,
him
so
and present him. I don't know.
I don't think so because I do have to do components for the spell while it's not
Yeah.
verbal, somatics, and he'll just rub the piece of fleece that he has in his sleeve for the spell ready.
All right, so we are probably going to need the unseen servant, Valente.
Can I retcon and say I cast it as a ritual before my hands were bound?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you guys talked about it before.
Thank you.
Then. How long does Unseen Servant last?
1 hour.
Okay.
So it says.
Sounds good. Okay.
I guess I
And
should start.
Oh, no, go.
Are you guys ready for me to start this then with my minor illusion to mimic his voice?
We should get into position first.
Yeah, Gwen and I we'll skirt round, maybe like if is it like a forest or undergrowth that we can sort of blend in with?
You guys can you basically have the options. Are you guys moving forward? I guess would be my first question to get closer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you guys go up the road, you turn at the crooked tree, you guys are, semi ready to go. You walk down the road, you see this river running next to the path. And as you get a little bit farther down the path, you basically have the option to go to the right of the river or the left of the river. On the right of the river is where the stone stairs are. On the left of the river, it's kind of this stony cliffside that looks like it can be climbed up. Potentially if you guys were looking for a place to kind of ambush, it might be a good spot. That's also where that individual pool of water was that Rhea could see from above. It's kind of cliffy and trees above the river, sort of.
Yeah, I think the left side. I think the left side. What do you think?
Left. I agree.
Okay, fantastic.
So Gwen and Ulrich kind of peel off and go towards the left side. You guys can both make perception checks as you do that.
Oh.
Wow.
We're just focused in on finishing off these fucking goblins.
Yeah.
Gwyn, you do hear the rush of water. Sounds like actually considerable amounts of water as you guys kind of climb up on this left-hand side. And I have you guys either make acrobatics or athletics checks to climb up.
Okay.
Gwen, you just like kind of deftly climb up through the rocks and between the trees, and you have to reach out a hand to help Ulrich up. Ulrich just going based on full strength, just lifting himself like pull-up style.
Thank you.
But you guys are able to kind of set up where you can see down where the river is, and you can also see the stone steps. I'm gonna... Okay, here's what I'm gonna have to do here. I'm gonna have to draw this out a little bit more, so just give me 1 second, guys.
I'm gonna use this moment to grab a drink then.
You know what? Me too.
Me three.
I would never leave you.
And just so you guys know, if the plan doesn't work, I take no responsibility. It's a group effort. plan does go well, well, that's why they put me in charge.
If the plan goes wrong, we're just gonna get a bunch of a random skirmish blood massacre, and I'm okay with either outcome.
Spoken like a true CEO. Okay. So you guys should be good to go. For Leo, where do we want him to go? Do we want him to go with Alpha group with Rice or Beta group behind?
With Rice, he'll go with Shiv. Leo for the entirety of the session is our little buff slut. All he's going to be doing is putting buffs on us.
Yeah. So I know that number one, he can heal at range. He can heal aid at 60 feet or 30 feet or something like that. And I know that he can buff. I don't know anything else. I don't know his sheet. Isn't his sheet not?
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be
Foundry?
able to because his sheet.
That's fine.
I don't have his updated sheet.
That's
why
fine.
Why don't we just say he has healing word, and he has elemental weapon, which he puts on me.
He definitely has aid. We know that. He has healing word.
Yeah. We know he has aid.
We know he has armor of Agathis.
Yeah.
And we know he has
And
Eldritch Blast.
Is he straight warlock?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit, he doesn't have healing stuff then. Oh, of course, he's not. Fuck.
He's not. He's a
warlock.
Cleric level?
No, he's a warlock.
How does he have aid?
He's a warlock.
He does. Oh, warlocks get aid.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have healing word.
So he has. He doesn't have healing word. No. Okay, he doesn't.
He wouldn't if he's straight warlock.
No.
No. He won't have aid. Aid is cleric and paladin only.
I think I gave it to him. I think we talked about it, and he
Okay.
asked me for it, so I think I made an exception for him.
Okay, cool.
His warlock is a homebrew type of warlock where he has multiple patrons type of thing. So his cool. Warlock subclass is a little bit different. But let's definitely say he's got aid and he's got armor of Agathis. He's got Eldritch Blast. He's got lots of illusion stuff. Remember illusion. Was it minor illusion that he used, or major image he used once?
He has major image.
I think.
Let's just say he's an Eldritch Blast bot.
And he has
Eldritch Blast, and he aids in his aid.
And he has that summon. That's how he summoned his bull or whichever. In the last. It was summon elemental, I think, or minor elemental, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think he has elemental weapon, Ulrich.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't know anymore. No.
Not as Leo. I think maybe Herc had something.
No, it's Herc. Yeah,
Herc had magic weapon. Yeah.
Okay, but Leo has lots of proficiencies with disguise, and should be good with the Alpha group here. Okay, so she, Valente, Ricard, and Leo, and Rice's body. You guys are coming up to this kind of rocky cliffside. You've got the river on your left, and you can see the stone steps ahead on the right-hand side. Some of you can see it. I need to limit Ricard's vision. Sorry, Ricard, do you have dark vision? You don't, right? I think he does not.
Ricard?
Yeah.
I feel like he does.
No, I don't think he does.
Really?
I don't have. He should, but I don't think he does.
Okay.
Undead things.
Not all our undead are built the same.
Yeah. But, there we go. Okay, 15. There we go. We'll do this. Okay. So you guys can kind of see the edge of the stone stairs on the right-hand side. What do you guys want to do? How do you want to approach this?
I think we call out and have him look injured. We have him look with his body posture a little more hurt. He's holding himself up. I'll move closer to help him, like, guide him up a little bit in like a ruse. But I'm gonna mainly just cast my spell, try to use his body as a cover for me to use the components for the somatic and material component, the fleece cube and just somatic. I'm using his body as cover.
Okay.
I'll have the voice speak up in his voice and just say, I need help, everyone. I've been ambushed. We're going to war. Follow me, boys.
Okay. And what's the unseen servant doing, or is it doing anything here?
I'll try and mimic what his physical reaction would be, like waving an arm to say, hey, come on, boys, let's go, and maybe a slight, not limp because he's not walking, but just a bend when he moves, like he's hurt on his leg or something. I'd like to also call out in a weak little feminine voice, help, please help.
Okay. Make a performance checks. I want one of you to make a performance check with advantage. Probably Ricard.
Can't hear you, Ricard.
I'll cast another spell again, a minor illusion.
Okay.
And I have a healer with me. I countered.
Okay. Make a performance check with advantage.
24.
Okay. You guys call out in Rice's kind of voice, and Valente calls for help, and it takes several moments. You guys are just kind of standing there. There's a rush of water. It seems pretty quiet up ahead. And then there's another minute goes by, and then you guys can hear a hatch opens up and a goblin pops out onto the stone stairs, and he kind of squints into the early dusk of rain, and he says, What? Wait, what's going on over there? Who's there? You're muted.
I can't hear you.
It's Rice. We're going to war again.
What? Go, come on.
Been ambushed.
I'm tired.
I've been ambushed. I've almost died.
Okay. I thought you guys were all at the Salty Barrel. Where's everybody else?
They're dead.
Please help.
What? What the fuck is going on?
Hurry, get everyone now. We're all in danger. Quick, bring them all out. We gotta go.
There's only two of us and Thena. If there was everybody else was at the bar. Okay, I'll be right back. And then he runs down into the hatch and disappears for a second.
I'll gesture to the others on my finger, just kind of move. We'll move closer.
I'm invisible. I'm gonna move. So do we see where they would exit by chance?
You see the hatch at the top of the stairs.
So I'll whisper.
Top of the stairs.
If you guys are moving forward, I can move you guys forward a little bit.
I'll take the body. You scout ahead. See, I'll whisper that and kind of take control of the goblin for now.
I'd like to push up. Kind of. Is there a way that I can Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm still seeing the old.
Oh, okay.
Thing.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Here you guys go.
Can we see as well?
So Ulrich, when you're up over here and kind of looking this way and hidden amongst the trees and the rocks, and then the rest of you.
Okay, there's a hatch over
at
the top of the stairs.
Yeah. So
cool.
I'm out of there.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
I'm gonna move myself in. Is there a hiding space in here? I'm invisible. Can I nudge myself up in here to try and be behind them when they walk down the stairs?
That because it's a raised platform there. Make a stealth check with advantage.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That's my position for now. Advantage. Wow. 14. That's gross.
With advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 10. That's just disgusting.
Okay.
10's a lot better than 2.
Yeah, you're able to get under there though. If you want to really hide and you are invisible. Anybody else want to do anything while he's gone?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. He comes back a couple minutes later, and he has another goblin with him, and they both come out of the hatch and start coming down the stairs.
What took you so long? He's dead. He succumbed to his wounds.
Is this Ricard talking?
This is Ricard talking as he like grips the body closely.
Make a deception check with advantage.
19.
Alrighty. Let's just throw it out there. Ooh.
And is that everyone?
One of them, they kind of exchange glances, and the other one is like nodding, and is like, "Oh no!" and like runs forward, and the other goblin says, "Wait a second!" And looks at you guys, and he's like, "This doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right at all." Seems like one of them might be onto you guys a little bit.
It doesn't seem right at all. This poor goblin struck him down in his prime. You know how much money we were going to make off that auction?
Please, you have to help us. You can't leave us like this in the rain. Please help. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I am.
Make a persuasion
help
check
us
with advantage.
Thank you.
I would like to, because I don't know as sheep, I don't know how bad I rolled on stealth. I would like to slowly start creeping up to the guy that's feeling a bit dowdy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ready a dagger to grab to go to just like hold at his throat if he starts to like do anything untoward.
Oh, okay, so you're coming closer to this
I got
guy?
a dirty 20.
Yeah, I'm moving very slowly. I'm like letting this develop, but I'm like kind of tiptoeing towards.
Okay, move up your token if you like.
Cool.
This guy comes up closer because of you, Valente, and he seems like he wants to help you. He said, "Okay, all right, little miss, no worries. We will help you guys. I'm really surprised that..." And he looks at Rice's body. "What the fuck happened to him? Why does he look like that?"
I don't know. It was just so... It all happened so fast.
He's
There was
fire.
a big fight, and then there was this fire, the flames everywhere, and he fell, and he was just dead.
Oh, that
You gotta help
terrible.
us.
Oh, yeah, well, I guess. I mean, I don't know. And he kind of looks over his shoulder at the other goblin. "What the fuck do we do?" And he says, the other guy says, maybe we should get Thena." And the other one says, "Oh, I don't know about that." One says, "I think that we should."
Fina?
Thena!
Is she gonna help him?
Him? And he's pointing at Rice. I don't think we can help him. You guys know a cleric?
I don't, I'm afraid. Is Fina inside? Is she gonna help us?
Yeah, she doesn't leave. We could take him inside. Maybe she can do something.
I thought there were only two of you here.
Well, us and then Thena. She's always here.
Hey, insight.
Well, we'll need all the help we can get.
Okay, well, I guess. And this one, like, gestures for you guys to follow him.
Following. I'm gonna have my hand under my cloak, ready to draw my blade and stab if I see something that rubs me the wrong way.
It seems like and anyone else can roll insight checks as well if they like.
I have altered course, and I am walking up the stairs in front of them.
Okay.
Currently, as I hear them say, "We'll bring you to Thena" or whatever, I'm altering course. Per insight, you said? Okay, let's see. Let's just take a Hail Mary. Not a 9.
Ricard,
And
you get the sense that they seem like they're believing you, especially the guy at the front. The guy at the back definitely seems like he still has some hesitancies. And this one brings you guys over this way, and they stop, and they have a conversation in Goblin. Does anybody here speak Goblin?
No.
How long ago was I cast tongues?
In the
More
slightest.
You can recast.
Yeah, because we short rested.
It's been like
No,
2
I
hours.
can't. I don't have spell. I only have first level spell slots because I've had no use for them.
It's a third.
they have a kind of this whispered conversation. And then they both kind of turn over their shoulder. And then this one steps forward and he says, I think maybe we should go check out this salty barrel first. I think if our guys there are hurt, we should go and try and help them.
They're not hurt. They're dead. That whole place went up in flames.
I'd like to see it for myself.
Well, be careful. It's just so, the blood, the smell, the flames.
Hey,
be careful out
I
there.
am not averse to any of that.
I'm gonna use telepathy and say the tiefling. We cannot let him go back. I'll say that to everyone.
I'm gonna unholster my pistol.
Okay.
I'm going to, as I see this, I'm going to sort of slowly coax the pistol down. Wait until either they go inside or they get closer.
This one comes up and starts to analyze Rice's body. He like peels back the cloak that you guys put on him. He's like looks disgusted. Like this is like really unusual. I feel like we should probably go to Rachel. If you guys want to come with me, find the rest of our crew. I don't know about like. I don't know. They should take directions from Rice, and he's fucking dead. So what am I supposed to do? I don't know any of you guys.
Can we just take a moment to rest? Maybe gather our strength before going with you? It's just been such a whirlwind, and maybe we'll need more help if we can take a breather. We came here as fast as we could. He just was telling us to follow him.
Okay, you I don't care about. Now, obviously, you're a slave. But the rest of you, like, who are you? Like, how do you know us? How do you know Rice?
I healed him enough to bring him here. I'm a healer. That's one of my skills. I'm a healer, a storyteller, a bard. I came to tell stories.
Goodness of your heart. He told you where the temple was?
Do you know what this would mean in my knowledge for making stories? A goblin encampment in a temple? That's a genius idea.
Well, thank you.
I need to see more about this. I'll write it all in vivid detail. This story? Of course not with their real names, of course. We don't want to give away your secret hiding place. I'm thinking it'll be a secret goblin temple in the mountains instead of on an island.
Okay, whatever floats your boat, man. Okay, fine. We go inside. You guys can have like a quick 10 minutes, and then we'll go to Rachel. Okay?
Thank you, brother.
All right. And he actually does not go back the way he came, but he starts to go this way, and gestures for you guys to follow him. Looks like he is going to cross the water.
All right.
Okay.
I would like to float over. I'm invisible and I can float. I would like to, in the air, just kind of follow behind.
Okay.
So I don't splash.
And when they're out of sight, I'll move up as well with Gwen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he crosses the water, and it's pretty shallow here, but there's definitely like a current going towards the west in this circumstance. And then he starts to kind of climb up this little rocky hillside, and anyone who's following him can make acrobatics or athletics checks to climb. Basically, so you guys are now on the same kind of level as Ulrich and Gwen, and I'm going to have you both roll stealth checks with advantage, please.
Okay, those aren't terrible. Let's go,
All right.
Gwen.
Let's go.
Ooh, natural 20 and an 11. Okay. Let's see. able to make this climb. With Valente's bindings, pretty difficult for her to make this climb. So Ricard, you kind of have to help her up. And I assume Leo will probably help in this circumstance as well.
Yeah.
To get you up. And you guys are able to do it, but it's a little bit of a struggle. And then this goblin, as he comes up, Ulrich and Gwyn, there's just a little bit of a shift in the trees as you turn and are following them. And Ulrich's armor clangs together a little. And one of the goblin's eyes immediately go over to where you guys are standing. And he kind of squints. And then he yells out, "Thieves!" And I want everybody to roll for initiative.
My bad, guys.
It was a foolproof plan.
We've been followed.
Plate
going
armor.
so well.
Can I
But
can I
the
try to
plate
play it
armor-
off?
Honestly, the 11. Yeah, you can try on your turn.
What?
I want to try to play it off, at least for for a split moment, so we can stab them in the back.
50. Oh wait, why is it Jack? Oh, I don't know why.
Okay. Did everybody roll? Are those right? In the encounter?
It's not letting me roll.
Yes.
We'll roll for me.
You have a It says you have a 14
Yes.
record.
I don't see my roll popped up, which is weird.
Well, roll again.
I don't see you
Roll again
either,
if you
actually.
need to.
It doesn't work for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's already in here. Just roll a d20 with your dex. That's initiative, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go cry and get more creme brulee.
Okay. That's a 9. Okay. Quinn, Valente, Sheev. Okay, Ulrich, what did you roll?
12.
12. Okay. All right. So this goblin is actually gonna go first.
Oh.
And he is gonna run through the trees to try to meet up with you, Ulrich. And he's gonna take a shot. I'm not gonna get quite that close. It'll be from over here. Uh, 19 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. He loads up a pistol and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm. For a 20.
Okay. This bullet kind of snakes through the trees and is going to hit you, kind of just like grazes your thigh and bounces off the armor, but does do a little bit of damage. You're going to take 4 points of piercing, and then it kind of explodes and you feel these like cuts of sand on your leg, and you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage from the sand.
Okay.
Bullet sand.
Okay.
And that is all he is going... Oh, he's going to bonus action hide. Because why not? He's a goblin. He kind of tucks in behind a tree. I'll have him roll for that. Okay, and Gwyn, it is your turn.
Okay. If he's shot, then I would return fire. Okay. You said he hid? Does that mean I need to search for him, or is he like out of my line of sight?
He did hide. Yeah. You can make a perception check to try to get eyes on him.
Okay. I would like to do that. For 23?
Yeah, you can see him. He's behind a tree. Like, they're pretty small, and he's, like, kind of tucked behind it. You might need to adjust your position to hit him, but you can see him.
Okay. I'm just gonna go straight for my pistol, and where would I need to adjust?
You just probably need to
be able
move a little bit. You can move to the left or to the right to get a vantage point on him.
I'll move over here and shoot.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack. Yeah.
27?
That is going to hit.
Great.
That's so funny. All it takes is Gwen rolling her own dice to actually do some damage.
Yeah. Yeah, you just step out. He's like cowering behind the tree. He's holding his pistol, and you come out and you just shoot. And you get him kind of right in the shoulder, and it grazes across his chest. And he starts to bleed, like in this line across his chest. And he says, "Ah! Ah! Get Thina! Get Thina! Get Thina!" Sheev, it's your turn.
Cool. They're yelling out, "Get Thina! Get Thina!"
Yeah.
Do I see where they're running to? Like where they're like? Do I see where they're headed?
He's just yelling this right now.
Oh, you're just
This
yelling
is the one
it.
that
Okay,
just got
cool.
shot. He's yelling at the other goblin to get Thina.
Cool. I'm going to then. Actually. Okay, can I try and fly down over this way? Oh, nope, that's way too far. Like this? I have enough movement for that.
Yeah, so this is like up a cliffside, and then this is where that singular pool is. So when you come up to it, it's like these rocks, and then you're looking down into a just a pool of water, and then there's like a metal grate right next to that pool of water.
And are these guys lined? Are they similar in height level right now?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are all kind of raised above the river right now.
Then I'm going to use my last second level spell slot of the day. I'm going to break my invisibility and cast Rhyme's Binding Ice on them. I don't know how to turn the stencil, so I can aim it just towards them and not hit anybody else. The stencil's just there because I can't use it because my laptop is laptop. I need a DC 16 Constitution saving throw from the both of them. And as I break my invisibility, I'm going to go, "Hey, you should have just brought us inside, then maybe you could have lived."
The other goblin goes, "Ah!" Just screams in fear as you appear out of nowhere. Okay. DC 16, you said?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Definitely a fail there. They both failed. So
Cool. So they take 12 cold damage, but the biggest thing about this is that they are hindered by ice formations for 1 minute until they use an action to break away. So their speed is reduced to 0. They are locked in position for an entire minute. And my hope is by doing that, I give my sword-wielding happy friend over there a chance to just absolutely eviscerate them. Okay. But I am going to stay floating in the air and end my turn.
Okay, as you kind of like pop out and you send out this spell, these tendrils of ice kind of start from their feet and they freeze them both into place. And the first one that's right by Valente, the one who had been suspicious to begin with, this ice comes up from his feet and it all the way to his face and he explodes and he's dead.
Oh shit, I killed his ass.
But the other one that shot at Ulrich is still alive, but he is kind of frozen there and he's looking quite hurt. Ulrich, you are up.
Mm-hmm. Can I just walk over to him and hit him?
You sure can.
Okay, I'm going to walk over to him and I'm not even going to...
Please don't do this!
And I'm going to go out to him and say, "Say hello to your pathetic god!" And I should know, "Say hello to your pathetic god!" And I'm going to just spike him with my greatsword, just a standard attack.
Okay.
And is a 14 going to hit?
No. He hops out of the way and he says, "No! What god? Fuck the gods!"
And then, oh no, oh, with a 16 hit?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm just ignoring what he's saying. The blood loss slowly growing in me as he takes, oh, nice, takes 16 damage.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
As so he dodges out the first stab, and I'm going to then pick up my sword. I was half-handing it to spike him down, and then as he dodges out the way, I'm going to grab the sword blade in both hands and just sweep him like a bat and just crack him on the head as blood and sort of hair go flying. And I'll spit on his corpse, go up to him, and just stamp on his face and twist my boot as his head just explodes. And I'm gonna turn around and say, "Is that else?"
He's like locked up by this ice as you kind of slash into him. He was able to kind of dodge out of the first one, but you just eviscerate him with your sword. So he is completely locked up. And your call echoes into what seems like maybe a cave system below. But you don't... Actually, you guys can all make perception checks.
Good.
18.
I remember this one time I used to hear really good.
20.
And the reason I say that is because I'm popping
That's a
my
high DC.
I'm popping my knowledge from a past life to help me hear better.
Okay. So what is that?
How high are we talking?
What does that mean? What did you roll, Ricard? Oh, I see. You had a D6. Okay.
That would be
That's gonna make the difference.
22.
So for those of you who rolled a 20 or above, Ulrich's cry kind of is like, "Is there anyone else? Anyone else?" And it like echoes through this cavern, and you hear just the slightest like
What?
laughing
Oh.
from somewhere.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm gonna look at Ulrich like, fucking, you just had to.
I am going
I'm
to
gonna
lead
fly
the way
down,
through.
and real quick, I'm going to, unless because Valente hasn't had her turn yet, I'm just gonna like take the chains off of Valente's hands. I know she can do it, but I'm just gonna take them off.
Yes, I'm gonna drop initiative order. There's
yeah.
not anybody hostile in your immediate
Okay,
area
cool.
right now.
Are you informing us of the laughing two people who rolled well?
I'm gonna go towards it and inform you guys I heard something this way.
All right.
Stay on guard. This might be
Sounds
the
like
last one.
it's coming closer to where the stone buildings were.
I'll lead the way, and should also state that any talking I'm doing right now, I'm doing all telepathically. I'm not being the one giving anything away right now.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm going towards to be this way then, right?
So you have two options. You could go this way, back towards the stone steps, but when you come out here, like in this area, you can see my cursor. This area, it does look like you could climb up to the stone tower as well through this section, or taking the stone steps in the hatch.
I want to climb up.
We're all in acrobatics if allowed, DM.
Yeah.
I'm following, I guess.
Oh,
I am going to fly.
I see a chest.
I didn't break my neck.
And it is funny that you say that, Ulrich, because in the back of Sheev's head right now, Sheev is remembering, because he's smart and Jack's not. It took Jack a little bit to get there, but Sheev, with 20 intelligence, is just like, in his head, thieves? Does that mean that there is loot to be found here? And he is thinking about it in his head as this is happening.
Okay.
I can see another chest with a sword in it.
You have
There's
too
a
much
10
vision
makers.
right now. You don't even have dark vision, do you? This you cannot see that chest from where you are. Just to clarify.
Okay.
No, that's okay. There's some meta here. All right. Valente and Sheev, are you moving and following as well?
Mm-hmm.
I'm staying, not behind, but I'm staying in my position just to gauge what's around me. Not feeling too reassured, in the open-ish.
Okay.
alone. Well, there's Leo, but seems a little unresponsive.
Mm-hmm. Leo has been a little quiet for sure. He's going through some stuff. Got beheaded. So you're kind of sticking to where you are. Sheev, you're going forward as well?
Mm-hmm. I am like aerial support. I am basically like flying kind of above them. I'll move my token. Sorry, I've been doing bad about that. Just above. And like this is a cave, right?
Like what? This like, here is a waterfall.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Okay.
How high up? Where are you looking?
How high? I'm going forward.
Okay.
How high? Right here. How high up can I get? Like what's the height limit here?
I mean, you're right now. You guys are underneath, kind of the cave top. So the cave itself. Let me draw this. This will make it easier. Kind of the mouth is right here. So to actually go in, and then you guys can climb up from and out of the cave, sort of, to the top of the tower, which the top of the tower is coming out of the ground, but theoretically the rest of the tower is underground.
Okay, cool. I'm just kind of staying up in as high as I can be, just kind of hovering behind them. Just be able to. I can just sling long range stuff if need be.
Okay. Anyone who wants to climb up closer to the tower can make acrobatics or athletics checks.
Can I use the roll I made a few minutes ago to do that?
Yeah, that's the one that you made for climbing, right? Yeah, okay.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, you are able to get up. Gwyn, you are able to get up. Ricard, you are struggling to get up. You might need somebody to help you up.
I'll reach a hand down.
Okay.
I'll eagerly accept it.
Okay. Using the two of you, you are able to yank him up.
My savior.
Over here.
You know, I'll use this moment. I'll use that one. The one tail I had stored. And I'll give us both temporary hit points because I rolled a 3 today. The tale of beloved friends. I'll pop here too. Well, because you're right here, and you have someone within 5 feet to actually use it anyway.
Okay. So you three, Gwyn, Ricard, and Ulrich, you're at the top of this stone tower, and it's kind of falling apart a little bit. It does look like there is a part of fallen stone where you guys can get in from above. There's no door up here, but it just looks like there's enough ruins that you can make your way through the stone, if you would like.
Yeah, I'd like to try and get to the altar if I can.
Okay. Looks like it used to be some type of bell tower. So as you like kind of stick your heads in, you can see like a rope hanging from the ceiling where theoretically there used to be a bell. And then you look down and you can see this altar where there is some type of golden chalice. And to you guys, looks a little bit reminiscent of the Shinran-yoku goblet.
I want to grab the chalice.
My God.
Okay. In order to do that, it is about 50 feet down. And it just looks like pretty much a straight drop. There are some like stone platforms and half collapsed stairs. How would you like to approach this?
I'm going to jump down.
50?
You're going to jump down from 50 feet?
We have rope.
Well, I've got rope. It would have been cool, but I'll listen to Gwen.
Like goes to jump, like grabs
yeah.
it.
No.
Gwen just grabs the back of his. No.
Use it at 50 feet.
Yeah, I've got hemp rope 50 feet. I'll just
Okay.
I am
swim
just hovering.
Behind?
I will fly.
Sure.
Yeah, behind.
The three of you can make anyone who's going inside can make perception checks.
I would also like to go inside.
I'm not making any perception check. I'm just beelining for the chalice.
Okay.
Cool. I will make one even though I'm bad at it.
I will stay at the top and supervise the ropes that are currently holding you guys.
Fuck me.
What is it with you?
I told you, like, I'm sure I have normal days that balance this out, but on the days I don't roll well, I don't roll well.
Gwyn, make a perception check.
Bail me out, please. Please.
Oh.
There we go. 23.
As Ulrich climbs down, he thinks to himself, there must be a reason why the goblins, who are known to hoard and steal treasure, haven't taken this chalice. Oh well.
Okay. There. Okay, I'm just thinking about how the order of operations here. Gwyn, you can see as you look down the tower, and you have dark vision thanks to your half-elf lineage. You can peer into one of the corners below, and you can see a woman in one of the corners. She's like kind of got a slight build, this like long black hair that is like perfectly curled and dark eyeshadow, and she is just standing in the corner of this tower.
I'm
That's very
immediately calling it out to Ulrich and Sheev.
And Ulrich is climbing down the stone wall. Anyone else want to do anything here?
I want to look. I mean, I rolled like shit, but once Gwyn calls it out, do I see her?
Yeah. When Gwyn points it out, well, do you have dark vision? You don't, hey?
Let me double check.
I don't think you do.
I'm gonna follow my lamp.
I don't think I do as awakened undead. I don't think I do.
Yeah. So you can't see her actually. This is just too dark. Gwyn has enhanced vision, so she's able to kind of see.
Cool. Then I'm gonna light up dancing lights with cantrip.
Do I hear this from outside?
You can definitely
do
hear,
Leo and I hear
there's
this?
some scuffle going on where your compatriots have gone. It's definitely something's happening.
I'll tell Leo to come with me and we'll prudently head inside.
Yeah.
But like really on our guard.
Are you going to the left or to the right? So you have the potential to go through the cave to where everybody else went, or you could take the steps back where the goblins came from. But you don't know exactly where that hatch leads, where the goblins came from. But you're smart enough to figure out that these stone buildings are probably connected or were connected at some point.
Oh, it's tempting. I'm gonna do it. What the hell? Leo is gonna follow them, I think, to join them wherever they are, and I'm gonna try and see where the hatch leads and if I can join them from the other side.
Okay.
From the steps.
Sorry, as Gwyn calls that out, I know I can't see, so I'm casting dancing lights and firing 4 balls, torch-sized balls of like white ghostly light to try and light up the area that we're in, so Ulrich and I can see properly.
Sounds good. As these lights kind of float down the tower and they get close to this woman, and she turns her face and she says, "Well, unexpected visitors. My favorite type."
Hello.
Hi.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
I will have that chalice that you hoard, witch.
She says, "Go ahead and take it."
Ulrich, I would wait a little bit
Do not
longer
touch that
before
cup.
Yeah, please do not touch the chalice, Ulrich. Please.
As
At least for now.
I'm staring at this this well-dwelling creature, I'm gonna mutter a prayer under my breath to Cadboro. Cadboro, guide my hand here. I enter upon your holy temple, with intent of returning the sacrilege that was stolen from it. May I take your chalice?
Make a religion check.
Okay.
With advantage. You're in her temple. You guys are Stormbringers.
And funny you should say that.
Fuck my life.
Wow.
I'm so close to a 19. Okay, 9.
Okay.
Can I?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
no,
ahead.
don't go. I was going to ask. It's a bit late, but can I use my tactical mind ability to boost that?
Sure.
Thank you. So I just rolled a second wind. What's that? A 1d10. Sorry, I don't know why it's. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me just do that off the bat. Fuck. 12.
Um. You get this feeling of great discomfort, like deep in your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear in your head, tread carefully. And that's it.
Okay.
Sheev, you've called down to her as she like looks up
Yeah.
at you. She has these like really dark black eyes that are lit up by your dancing lights. And then she just flits back to Ulrich. She completely ignores you. Valente, you take the hatch and you crawl down a ladder that leads you underground. And then you come out through a passageway
Oh my god.
that brings you out. Sorry, not Leo. It brings you out over here on the other side. Basically at the entranceway to the tower.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and act fast because I can sense something's wrong with Ulrich and. What can I see? I assume I can't see Gwyn and.
You can see.
She.
You have dark vision, so you can see the woman standing basically behind this chalice sort of thing. She's got this dark hair, and you can see Ulrich. Ulrich, are you still on the rope, or have you dropped down?
I was actually going to ask, like, if I'm climbing down the rope, I would have stopped as soon as Gwen pulled out the well witch. How far down do you think I would be at that
Probably
point?
about halfway.
Yeah, I put minus 25 feet.
Okay, so you're still up on the rope?
Yes.
Okay, so you can't see Ulrich, but you can see this chalice and this woman, and she looks at you, Valente, and she says, "Hello, dear. Are you lost?"
Hello. Well, I suppose I am. I'm looking for my companions, and I thought I'd meet them here.
Hello, Valente.
I'm one of the Stormbringers. What? Ulrich? Is that you? Where are you?
I'm up here on a rope.
She,
Oh God. Okay.
raises an eyebrow. She says, "Stormbringers. That's nice. You guys have come to visit me."
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. Who are you?
My name is Nina.
Well, witch?
Lovely to meet you.
Please don't call me that.
What do you got? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. Can I rack my brain? Does she remind me of anything that I would have come across at all from school studying
you
or
can make a
anything?
history check.
Cool.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
Me too.
I don't.
Sure,
I'm.
Gwyn. Yeah. No, everybody can make a history check. Whoever wants to. Ulrich, yours would be a disadvantage.
Nah, fuck that. I know. I remember all I need about this well witch, and that's that she can die.
That would be a 26 for Sheev.
Okay. It's hard to say, like, just based on a surface level of what you guys have seen from her. She just seems like a regular, normal, creepy woman. Okay. But I will say that with that intelligence, just being an intelligence-based check, Sheev and Ricard, you get the sense that maybe she is in disguise.
Mm-hmm. Well, Thina, in the interest of full transparency, as my friend said, we are the Stormbringers. Your name is Thina, correct?
Yes. She's like calling up the tower. She clearly seems annoyed at the fact that she has to talk up to you. She doesn't like that. That is obvious.
I will slowly float down as this is happening.
Please, all come closer to Thina. I will take care of you here.
Thina, you saying that is making me less and less want to join you here.
There is no pressure. Please leave if you do not want to be here. But if you want to be here with me, then be here with me.
Want my sword?
How long have you?
Go on. No, go on.
I'm just shaking the rope that Ulrich's on from the top, trying to get him. Shut up.
Oh,
I want to
man.
preemptively start kind of playing my harmonica just in case something does go down. I want to kind of be ahead of it.
Okay.
Are you counter
How long
charming?
have you?
I am
have you
counter
lived
charming,
here,
yeah.
Thina?
Good. I was hoping you'd do that.
Sorry, Valente, what did you say?
How long have you lived here, Thina?
Oh, it's been a long time. Perhaps longer than any of you have lived.
That long?
What?
The goblins came, years ago, and they left me to my devices. I protected them. Sometimes I did not, because they did not deserve it.
What is your goal here?
What is your goal here?
My goal is to slay all manner of creatures and deliver unto glory to my goddess. And to take that fucking chalice. I'll let you guys.
Take the chalice, knight. It is yours.
Ulrich, she really wanted to take the chalice, which means you should not take the chalice.
I'm gonna take it.
Oh no, please don't take it.
Ulrich, please, we just got you back.
Please don't take it.
Be
I'm
reasonable.
going to use telepathy and saying to Ulrich's minds, I'm still playing. You need to think about your friends. Taking that chalice without any thought can put you in danger again, and I don't think they could bear losing you a second time.
What if we trade your chalice for a chalice of our own?
Okay. Okay. All right.
No.
No.
Ulrich.
That
Okay.
does
Okay.
sound
Okay.
interesting.
Thina.
Then I would have two chalices.
Well,
That is. Firstly, that's not how a trade works. So first of all, the trades don't work like that. But second of all, Thina,
No.
I don't want to accuse you of anything, but I've been around the block a few times. I've died. I've come back to life. It's been a wild ride, and something about you isn't sitting so right with me. Do you possibly have a different form? Look different than you're presenting yourself?
You guys wouldn't like me if you saw me how I really looked.
unveil your glamour. Well, witch.
I can't go anywhere with this.
I don't want to scare you.
I think I'm laughing. She's not laughing. Jack's laughing. I think you'll find we can, not will, can be open-minded. Listen, we walk around with multiple undead, and
Come here. Come closer to me, ghost.
And listen, Thina, you keep saying that, and it is making me not want to come closer. What happens if I come closer? Tell me.
It seems like you all have problems trusting people.
Yes, I absolutely do. I will fully confess. That's one of my biggest red flags. I do have trust issues. You have nailed that one down pat. Yes.
I do not blame you. This world is cruel and unjust. But I am done speaking to you this way. If you'd like to continue our conversation, please join me with your knight and your beautiful high elf, and we shall have a conversation fully.
Okay.
I mean, I don't look like this usually. I'm covered in dirt, so
You look
don't.
like a slave, dear, which has me questioning why you are here, how you got here. I am curious about your story.
How big is the room?
Tiny.
Like yeah,
Like
that's what
5
I'm
by
fucking worried
5.
about.
I'm staying out of the room, but I'm gonna be within my music range. Fuck that.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
so it
I
is
don't have any
50
second
feet
level slots.
down from where you are.
Can I move
So
up then into within range? I guess.
you can move closer to like where the hole in the wall is at the top of the temple, or you have the potential to go down underneath, go back the way that you came through the hatch, and then come in through the entrance of the tower to where Valente is.
I only have
When-
a 4th level slot.
I'll ask Gwen. What do you think I should do, position wise?
I've got the high ground. I've got that covered.
I'll go low. Can you move my toga for me at like an appropriate position within
Yeah,
range?
you gotta like walk all the way around, so it does take you like a second to do that.
I'm gonna float over to Ulrich and just look at him in the eyes.
He's
All right,
down
listen.
in the tower, so you're going down in the tower?
I'm gonna go down a bit. I'm gonna match level with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down a bit. I'm gonna look at him. I can get us out in an instant if things go badly. But I need you to promise me that you do not run for the chalice the second we hit the ground. There is something. I'm whispering to him. I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm whispering to him. There is something deeply wrong here, and you and I have been in some terrible situations recently, and I really don't want to do this, but I have a feeling that this is something we have to do. So, I need you to stay within touching distance of me as we lower ourselves down. Understand?
Very well. But first,
All
I look past you. Why are you confined to the well?
I am not confined. I choose to stay here.
So in theory, we could have this conversation up.
I do not want to.
Well, we don't. There are more. In terms of purely accommodating movement, there are more of us. So why not come up? You know, it's one person has to move versus X number of people have to move.
You have come into my home and asked me to move from my home to talk to you about what exactly?
You were housing goblin slavers here.
That's not
Is
really.
that...
They existed.
And
as you exist. As I exist.
We do exist, yes. All right. Go ahead, Valente.
Right.
I'd like to have a bit of a conversation with her, just answer her basic questions about why I look like a slave, how I came to be here. But at the same time, I'd like to use my innate casting ability to cast Detect Magic to figure out what I can tell from her.
Sure. Okay. Detect Magic.
Wow. The big circle.
Components. So she'll just see you cast this spell, and she says, you are suspicious of me. And as this spell goes off, first of all, the chalice is magical. She is definitely magical. She definitely has a disguise up over top of her real form. And
I want to push the button.
That's
bad.
it. I mean, I guess the chalice itself, like, it has some glyphs on the outside that light up as you use detect magic. It seems like it might be warded, as well as definitely some other type of magic going on the chalice as well.
And she doesn't radiate any type of specific magic, any
She's got illusion magic
tool that might...
that she is under disguise self.
Okay, well.
She, in general,
fine.
definitely is some type of magic user.
I'm gonna jump down.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. If I see him jump down, I will also float down. I won't touch the ground, but I'll float down to just hovering above the ground. I'm not letting him go in there by himself.
Okay. Make perception checks.
Yeah, I know. All right, Thomas, I got one big counter spell, or I got one big get us the fuck out of there. So that's the energy I got left.
That's all right. It's a little bit too dark for me to see.
Nope, dancing lights are up.
Ooh.
Also nat 20 for a 19 because I'm dumb, but nat 20.
Okay. You see her take out a small pouch from her waist. She like unties it. She takes out a couple of items. She takes out a little bit of sand and some rose petals, and then like some dead dried bugs.
It looks like spell components, correct?
It does, yeah. And she says,
"All right,
I can help you all."
Athena, it looks like you're going to cast a spell of some kind. What exactly are you planning to do?
Have you ever had a dream that felt very real?
As in, at night I dream and I can't tell if it's reality or dream, or I have a goal in life and it's so close I can taste it.
Perhaps both?
Yes.
I can help you dream.
I quite like being awake. I was dead before. I quite like being awake.
You are dead. How
I'm
unfortunate.
undead.
You guys can make insight checks. She seems to process this information.
Oh boy.
Can you be put to sleep by magical means?
I don't. I might be able to be. I don't think Valanthe can because Valanthe's an elf.
An elf.
Yeah, so Valente insight check, definitely she seems annoyed that she is undead.
Well, that's good. I'm a big fan of that. Oh no, I can as well. I can't be put to sleep either because I don't sleep. That's a good point.
She looks up and she says, "What about your other friends?"
They're undead as well. I had to pull a few of them out of death, sadly. I keep losing them for some reason. I just don't get it, really. Why, do you need specifically living people for your dream?
Yes, for the types of dreams that I would put you through. You need to be living.
And can I ask what types of dream or what consequences come from those dreams?
It depends on your perception, I suppose. I could make you see anything that you wanted to see.
Make me see! Me killing my father!
Done.
At what cost, Athena?
No cost.
Oh, everything has a cost, friend.
No. I do not work in transactions of gold and money. It is of no interest to me.
That is not what I mean. Cost can be things outside of gold and money. Cost can be personal. Cost can be emotional. Cost can be physical.
I am not responsible
Very
for
true.
any cost that you might feel.
I'm
What do you
going
get out of
to.
it?
Responsible for the initial. From
What do you
there,
get out
is
of it?
your subconscious. What do I get out of it?
Yes.
Pleasure.
Okay. What else is in this room besides
Let
the
us
chalice
try,
and the?
shall we? And she
Okay.
comes up to cast a spell.
On who?
Hard to tell.
Is it? Does she walk forwards? Is she
No.
trying to touch? What's her plan?
She does not walk forward. She mutters some arcane words.
All right. I am going to. I'm gonna counterspell it. God damn it!
No,
No. If you go to do that, I'll stop you.
please.
I'll stop you.
You'll stop me. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll put a hand on your arm as well.
We're stopping this? Okay. All right.
Let me
Okay.
dream.
There's this moment where, again, she takes this sand and rose petals and dried bugs in her hands, and she kind of rubs them together, and she mutters some words, and she blows out these materials, and they form this sphere that starts small, and it looks like this kind of celestial, starry, galaxy type. And it starts small, and then it builds into a larger sphere that starts to take up the space in the room. And Valente and Ulrich, what's your HP?
70.
48.
Okay. Valente, you feel yourself falling into sleep, into unconscious. Ulrich, you feel sleepy as you are within this sphere, but you kind of rally up against it. And you watch them both go through this, but you don't feel a damn thing.
Yeah.
But you're standing in the sphere.
Okay.
Valente, you are unconscious.
Unconscious as in on the verge
No,
of death,
no.
or
You're just-
as in
No, you are unconscious as in you are not conscious. You are asleep. And she says, she is the one who needed this anyway.
What's happening?
No. No, what?
Now the rest is up to her. And she steps
The rest?
forward. And she walks across to where Valente, and I don't have the disguised art for her, but
That's yeah.
fuck.
Okay.
she walks across to where Valente is laying across the stone, and she bends closer to her body, and she like runs
oh no.
fingernails over her head and through her hair.
If you harm her at all, there is no hell great enough that I will not put you through.
And you just hear it. I only want her. I only want her to dream. I only want her to feel as I feel. And I'm going to have you all roll for initiative as she makes an attack against Valente.
Oh.
You're going to take
I knew I
28
should have.
points of psychic damage.
How many points?
28 points of psychic damage.
She would have just done it
Why
again.
did you
Guys.
Why did you stop me?
Because she would have done it again, and we've been down a spell.
That's fair. All right.
Is it? Is it?
Oh god.
Oh.
God no. Oh god no.
I feel like
This
this
is-
is a recurring theme that just Mm,
The
I'm
tension
weak.
was so good. I was like that. That was so much
I was
fun.
like, how
the
much you guys
tension
gonna
there.
let her do here? Let's see.
Well,
Dude,
You guys played it perfectly. You guys played it very well.
when I was halfway down it, I wanted to jump on her, but everyone said no.
I know. So 28
I
points of
was not
psychic damage,
expecting
Valente.
that.
And definitely you guys can see as she like plucks, like you Ulrich and Sheev, you can see this. She like touches to Valente's forehead, and there's like this like cracking that comes down her body that it appears to like make her seize and seriously damage her. But let's are we all in the initiative order? Valente, roll for yours too, please, even though you're unconscious.
Oh, sure.
I am so out of spells right now. One big guy.
Okay. Gwyn, you are up first.
Just gonna say, God damn it, and attack with my pistol from above. Do I get advantage for being above? Or is that because like a bird's eye view kind of thing?
No,
okay.
it's not super easy shot regardless of being above. You want to make sure you're not going to hit your friends.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does 12 hit?
Hits the stone side of the stone walls and glances off, and she drops this disguise, and her face drops into like multiple wrinkles, and she's got these reddish black eyes and horns on her head, and she's wearing these tattered robes, and she's got these long fingers and fingernails that are completely black at their tips. Valente, you are at what's your HP at right now? Can I ask that question? I'm going to ask that question.
20.
Okay, so you're still unconscious. So there's not much you can do here. But I will tell you that as you have succumbed to this sleep, you are wrought with nightmares. You see villages burning. You see woods burning. You see steel boots of knights marching over bodies. You see women being dragged out of their houses. And then you see a big, dark, shadowy form that is familiar to you, fighting off some of these images and visions. That brings us to her turn. And she is going to... She plucks at Valente again. It's like one little finger. What's your armor class?
14.
What? Yeah, okay, that was the extra. That was in there. Okay, so you're going to take 26 points of psychic damage.
Jesus Christ. Is it because they're critting?
Yeah, because
She's unconscious. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And she comes in with another finger. Makes another attack.
That's gonna be because that's 2 death save fails. Oh boy.
Not yet. She's still alive.
No, not yet. The first one just back to 0 HP. She's 0 HP now, right? So now she's made another attack.
Yes.
And sorry, your AC is 13?
14.
14. Okay, you're gonna take another 30 points of psychic damage and fail your first death saving throw.
Uh-huh.
2. It's 2.
And Valente is
It's 2.
just... Is it 2?
Mm-hmm. Because it's crit.
Yep, it's 2.
It's not... What? It's a crit?
It's 2. So if she was at 0 health and you attack her again,
Yeah.
it crits because it's a crit because she's unconscious. It's an auto crit,
Gotcha.
which means 2 death saves.
You fail your first 2 death saves. And this hag comes up a little bit, and she looks directly at you, Sheev, and she just... Is this what you wanted? And that brings us to your team, Sheev.
Everything to have this not happen. Okay. I don't care about literally anything else that's happening right now. I'm going to. Oh my God, no, she's gonna fucking do it, isn't she? Yeah, that's a good call, Thomas. Okay. I am going to pray. Well, because I think, fuck. I don't know what she can do. I'm not thinking rationally anymore. Fuck it. I am just going to fly over to Valanthe. And I am going to cast. Okay, sorry. Where is Leo right now? Did he come down in here with us, or did he stay up?
I assume he's up here, behind you guys at the top.
All right.
He did roll. He's 5 in initiative.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to. Sorry, guys. I didn't think of this for 1 second, but I'm gonna role play it out. I am going to use my only 4th level spell slot. I'm going to walk over to Valanthe. I'm going to look this hag in the face. I will come back for you. And I'm going to dimension door Valanthe and myself away from her. So I'm going to move us. I'm going to draw a little square box and like pull us through up to where Leo is. So out of sight of the hag and get her close to Leo where she can be healed.
Okay.
Let me cast that spell. Hang on.
Sounds good.
There we go.
She is going to take an opportunity attack against you.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah,
All right.
So you're coming right up against her into her. She's right up on Valente. She just again as you're setting up for this spell, and she just plucks at the back of your neck, and you're gonna take 12 points of psychic damage.
Cool. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna stare her dead in the eyes as we disappear from her vision.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Please come back."
Oh, I'll come back for you. 12? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm just gonna look at Leo, heal her, please. And I'm gonna end my.
So you guys
turn.
are up here, ish.
Yeah, just out of range of her vision and near where Leo can see her.
Yeah, that's out of her vision there because you're 50 feet up over there.
Cool.
Sounds good. Ulrich, you are up.
Okay, I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to rage and just start wailing on her. I am going to... for my first attack... Actually, no, fuck it. I'm just going to do just literally 4 Great Webmaster Greatsword attacks against her.
Okay.
So that's going to be a nat 20. Fuck me. Let's go. So we'll start off with 31 damage.
Yes.
And we're gonna go for another. Does a 15 hit?
It does not.
Okay, that's fine. You will take 5 damage from graze as I graze her with my sword.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna hit again. But to get another graze on that, and does a 16 hit?
It does not. She's quite lithe, and as you chop at her, she just quickly moves out of the way. This kind of black energy following behind her.
Okay, that's gonna be 46 slashing damage. Where 48, sorry, because I got 2 more for my rage, and then I'm going to, because she hasn't used her reaction, so I'm going to then use the rest of my movement to walk over here, and I'm going to go to grab the. Can I do that with my free object interaction?
Grab the chalice.
Grab the chalice.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And I'll try and grab the chalice.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Can I see this? Because if I can, I have advantage on it.
Can you see what?
Is it like exploding or anything like that?
There is a building of energy for sure as soon as you touch it.
Okay, fantastic. Would that trigger my danger sense?
Okay. So you have advantage?
Right, I do. So I rolled... No! Fuck, 13.
Whoops. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Okay. 1 second here. Okay, as you touch the chalice, the glyphs light up around the edges, and they go, and she goes, you guys are so much fun. And this burst of acid comes out of the chalice, and you're going to take 26 points of acid damage.
Whoa. Okay. Right. I'll end my turn.
You do have it.
Oh,
like, it's a little bit bigger than the Shinrin-yoku is like a goblet, like a wine glass almost. This one is almost like a trophy type of chalice with 2 handles on either side. Anything else, Ulrich, that you'd like to do?
No, I end my turn.
Okay, Ricard, you are up.
So I think this is my moment where I'm gonna rush forward up the stairs. Well, I'm gonna rush towards Valanthe.
To the left here? Okay.
Yeah,
This is going up. Yeah.
How far is the boss from me from my current elevation?
How far is the what from you?
The hag.
She is about on what's on the map here, about 25 feet, but she's tucked in behind the wall. You don't currently have vision of her. You'd have to go closer.
I was actually. I don't need to see. It doesn't need to see me. I'm just gonna yell, "You unruly cuck!"
Okay.
I'll cast Vicious Mockery, and then I'll run off, and I'll cast Healing Word of Valanthe. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We need you. Arise. Fairest maiden.
Roll for damage on that. She failed. He says, "No, I'm not a cuck." Ricard, you are running over to Valanthe. What's happening here? Are you moving, or are you just doing it from afar? Oh, can't hear you.
I'll move behind some cover. I opened up reading mode in my browser, and then it got all crazy, and I'm reloading now.
Okay, so you're casting Healing Word, though, right? That's what's happening?
Yeah,
okay.
Action, bonus action, so.
Okay, so you take 6 points of healing, Valanthe, and you come back up. You open your eyes and you're conscious. You feel awful. You feel like something is not right with you. And you maybe just reeling from
therapy.
the nightmare. Yeah, maybe just reeling from the nightmares, but something feels like off.
Okay.
That brings us to Leo's turn. What do we want Leo to do?
Heal Valanthe, right?
Yeah, 100%. He's casting Aid, then healing Valanthe. And then at his Warlock level, it's 15 hit points, and you don't get 15 extra max, but you refresh your max hit points. So it's you still have 15 plus 15 max, and you get 15 HP straight up. Also, because it's multiple targets at that level, I also get HP.
Yeah.
Is it 2 or 3 you get?
It's 3, because you could also give it to Gwyn or Ricard, too.
3. So who needs it? Do you need some, Ricard?
I'm pretty squishy otherwise, and I just call the boss a cuck.
Then you can take it as well. So 15 to you, Ricard, 15 to me, and 15 to Valanthe.
I feel swole like Ulrich now.
Yeah.
Okay. We want Leo to move. We want him to stay where he is.
I'm just gonna have him like we don't know what she can do movement wise yet, but I'm gonna just have if he can just like body block is the wrong word, but like just prepare to like attack her if she tries to get up here and come after Valanthe.
Okay.
But other than that, we're pretty much all set here.
All right.
I think.
Gwen, you are up.
Okay. I'm still at the top of this tower. I'm just gonna go for another pistol attack. Just getting down and aiming. Trying not to hit Ulrich.
Okay.
For 23.
That is going to hit.
Excellent. For 11. And then I'm gonna action surge and make another pistol attack.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
You do considerably hit her this time, and like goes through these robes, tears through them. There's like this spattering of blackened blood across the stone wall.
Dodge this. Ooh.
That shall hit.
Whoa. That's a lot of hit modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
It sure is.
Yeah,
I don't miss,
pistol.
baby. Okay, for 8.
Okay. Yeah, definitely take some damage as this sails down through the tower and hits the Hague. Very good.
Yeah, I'll end my turn there.
Okay, sounds good. Valente, what do you want to do?
I'm feeling pretty ashamed. Since it's just me coming back up and catching my breath, trying to gauge what happened, where am I, are the dreams over, am I still in them? Trying to gather my senses. I'll see Shiv and also Leo and hear Rykard in the back and look a lot more relieved than I was 5 seconds ago. I guess I'll hold my action until I want to hold my action until something happens to some of my allies that I can see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if they get attacked or something?
Yes. If they take damage, I'll react.
Okay. All right. Brings us here. It's her turn. Ulrich, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. No, 4.
No.
She like reaches out her hands and she pulls out this stick of incense, and in like a moment it lights up and there's this smell of jasmine that comes throughout the room, and then these twisting patterns of color come out of the incense and start to surround you, Ulrich, and you start to get disoriented by them, and you are charmed, and you are incapacitated, and you have a speed of 0.
I have the counter charm on.
30 feet. You're not within 30 feet.
Oh.
That like
You'd have to get vision on her, and you don't currently have vision on her because you took cover.
come on, guys! You can't leave me down here.
I don't. Well,
For counter charm, I think they have to hear it.
do I hear you?
I'm just playing my sickle harmonica like a champion.
Can you hear?
Do you hear you? The performance ends early if you are. You were still playing your harmonica even throughout your last turn.
I mean, my spells are musical based. Could I go
you
back?
have
I mean,
to drop that in order to use verbal
components.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm all for it, but I just don't feel like it's exactly realistic here.
I can't remix my song.
I would also let you take up the harmonica again. The problem is that you took cover in the last round, so you don't have vision of her.
That's fair. You can die, Ulrich. I'll never forget you. when we bring you back as an undead, I'll always love you.
None of you guys can see. Actually, oh no, Gwen can see because she's looking down.
I can see.
Yeah, Gwen, you see her run.
Oh,
out
bitch.
The back.
Oh, motherfucker.
Bitch.
And
Do I still
then
have
you
the
guys lose
chalice?
vision of her.
Do I still have the chalice?
Yes.
Yes. Success.
Okay. Sheev, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of like look at Valanthe and be like, "Are you okay?
I think
All
so.
right, you're okay. Wonderful. We can talk about
physically,
this later." I'm gonna go and walk over the edge here and just see. I don't catch her running out, right?
You don't see her run out now. I mean, Gwen can call it out. If she
Do
I mean, yeah, like
yeah.
I'm if she as she runs out, I'm gonna she's getting away.
Okay.
Fuck. It's 50 feet, right?
Yes.
Off the edge.
Are we still in turn order?
Yeah,
Yes.
for now.
Okay.
Okay.
It's 50 feet down, right? So there is like around the back that you could try to check. You could go to track around the front. Gwyn definitely saw her go out the back. Possibility she could have looped around, but
I want to kill her so fucking bad,
Yeah,
but I
me
don't
too.
want to just run in and die. And I'm gonna I see over the edge and I see Ulrich is incapacitated.
you see him
and-
with like surrounded by these
Yeah, I know.
colors and the smell in your nose as well. You're like, who lit incense? Like, does somebody light a candle?
I'm gonna try and I'm just gonna jump off and like just float over here
Okay.
and see if I can see out the back. Do I have an angle on her
Make
if
a
I
perception
float
check.
over this way? Okay. I don't have
Come
any
on,
big
Jack.
spells anymore, but I know, right? Surely, right?
Surely, at least one. You must.
Nope.
Okay.
No, you do not
an 8.
see her. She's quite a lithe creature, and though she has these big robes on her, she seems quite skinny and gaunt, and seems like maybe she's pretty adept at moving through this area particularly. Seems like maybe she's familiar with it. You don't get eyes on her.
Motherfucker. Okay. But with my perception check of 8 and being over top of this room, do I see like other things in here besides this chalice? In this room?
I'm just checking something here, but no, you don't. It's actually quite
Alright.
simple. Like, there's like a little in the corner, like where she had been standing. There's like a small box of maybe like supplies. It's hard to tell.
You're standing on a box.
Like a blanket, like some little things that it insinuate maybe she was living in here.
All right. I'm going to cast a firebolt. Or no, this firebolt, does that have to be a target? I forget. I think it has to be targeting a creature, right?
Yeah, it does. It's a targeting spell.
Ah,
Why
fuck.
you can't
Um,
twin spell it.
Yeah, but I just want to burn the boxes. But I don't have any more fire spells. I'm going to
You can target
actually.
an object.
Yeah, you can
You're
target
talking
an
an
object with
object, yeah.
firebolt.
Yeah.
Cool.
Creature
I'm targeting
or
her
object.
stuff and burning it.
That's why you can't twin spell it.
It's like
With a
out of
firebolt.
rage, you just
And I'm just gonna yell after her. You better run, or I will fucking find you and kill you. But I'm gonna try and just firebolt her stuff.
sounds good.
Do I hit the object? How bad do I roll?
I
I rolled a 15. Do I hit
You
the
hit
object?
box,
Let's
yeah.
go.
It explodes. It's like not a lot of stuff in there. Like a couple more spell components, some incense, and like rations. That's pretty much it.
I don't care. I'm just burning it.
Yeah.
That's it for my turn.
Okay. Ulrich.
Can I make repeat saves or
Yeah.
or if it's
No, actually.
fusing? Yeah, I
You're
can't. You
charmed.
can't with that one.
You're incapacitated and have a speed of 0, so it's a hypnotic pattern.
Yes, yeah. So I
You
can't.
need to
sadly.
take damage, or somebody else needs to shake you. So currently, you are just in a stupor.
Mhm.
You feel the rage coursing through you, but you cannot act upon it. Ricard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I guess I'm gonna check on Ulrich if he's not coming out now.
Thank you.
I'll run up on inside.
Okay, definitely easier for you to go this way. Yeah, through the stairs.
Did I recognize like the stupor he looks like he's in kind of thing?
Yes, for sure it's familiar to you. You know this spell.
Wakey wakey, you give him like a little slap on the cheek.
Okay. Ulrich, you kind of come back into your body, and Ricard is standing in front of you.
Mm.
She ran off. It's been a couple of seconds. Yeah, it's the end of my turn. I'll just move out of the way so we can run out.
Okay. What do we want Leo to do? I still have us in turn order. So if you guys want to try to chase her down. What do we want Leo to do?
I don't think we.
No, I think we got what we came for.
But I want her to die
Yeah.
so bad.
I know. The only thing is she's like after. So I'm just gonna talk. I know it's on my turn. I'm gonna talk real quick. I think Leo would probably say something similar. We're chasing her into her own territory. Who knows if there are more traps like this chalice further in that could kill us. What I think we should probably do is maybe look for the goblins earlier mentioned that we were thieves. Maybe we look for some treasure of some kind. But I don't think we chase her further. As much as I want her to die, we shouldn't make it very easy for her to try and kill us. And I'm just gonna have Leo hold his action for Eldritch Blast if she like shows up out of nowhere, just to like, if she fucking appears, just shoot her.
Sure. Okay. Gwyn and Valente, do either of you guys want to chase?
No. I've barely recovered my spirits. I'm done with her.
Clearly peeved, but if no one else is giving chase, then I will stick with the party.
Okay. I am going to drop turn order.
I do have an option, friends. I have this nifty spell that allows us to have a respite that cannot be intruded upon magically. If we were to rest here, we could do so safely in terms of being safe inside the bubble that I could make. However, that does give her time. She could see it and give her, time to plan and set more traps. But I'm sorry, is Ulrich awake yet or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I say we get out of here.
Yeah,
I agree.
we should
We got what
probably
we
just
came
dip.
for.
I would like to do a little bit of just one last little search if we could find treasure, maybe. They did say they have a hoard here, or are we content just taking this goblet?
There's no harm in looking around.
All right. Please keep your wits about you, okay? Be very careful.
You guys can make investigation checks if you're looking for loot.
Valente, would you help me with this, please?
Yes, sure. I'll help you.
Awesome.
I'm going to use
That is
last-
disgusting, by the way. I just
How
want
do
you to know I
you
rolled
even-
2 natural ones.
How do you...
I
Double
don't-
nat ones.
I can't make it up, guys. It's real. I'm gonna go away for a second because I need to understand that should not be possible.
Would guidance on myself be applicable?
Sorry, guidance on yourself? Yeah, you can if you like.
I metaphorically and magically touch myself.
What are you doing
No.
here, Ulrich?
I'm using tactical mind to enhance my investigation check
Okay.
to a 29.
All right.
God.
Okay. Well, Ulrich, you after coming out of this, kind of whole incident, you have this chalice, and are you tucking it away like on your person or?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You guys kind of take a look around. You take a look around the tower. You kind of crawl back to where you guys were before. Ulrich, you definitely get the sense that this pool... So you like crawl back over here as you're investigating, and you're looking down into this pool, and you see this metal grate. You definitely identify that there's more to investigate that way.
Okay. We'll beckon everyone over. Everyone, I think there's more to investigate through this metal grate.
It is about a 35-foot drop into this pool. It looks pretty shallow. But it's just this pool of water.
Before I do anything, I'm gonna go to Shiv. Would you happen to be able to identify what magical properties there are on this chalice?
I can do it. I don't know if Jeeve is there, but I can do it.
Yes, if you're able to, that'd be I'd be most appreciative.
Sure. Detect magic is fine, right?
No,
That's what you're looking for.
No, it has to be the identify spell.
Ah. Well, then I'm sorry, I lied. I can't do it really.
That's quite
I can tell you if it's magical, but.
Oh, I think we know it is. I think it's safe to say that while we're all looking for treasure, Sheev can use identify as a ritual. Yeah, if that's okay.
Sure. So in terms of this little pool, and I'm assuming like who's dropping down to look in here? And are you guys just dropping down, or you want to put down a rope? It's about 35 feet down.
I'll grab my rope back and I'll put it down.
Okay.
So let's use yours then.
Okay, so Ulrich, Gwyn, Ricard, are you going down?
I'm not going down. I'm waiting up with Sheev, who's going to be identifying my chalice.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is anybody going down to the pool?
I will.
Okay.
Also,
I'll go with Gwen.
Okay, Gwen and Ricard are going down. Okay, as you guys go down and you kind of drop into this shallow pool of water, you climb down with the rope, and you can do so. You go to the grate and you pull on it. It's locked. It looks like there is a key for it though. There's a keyhole, or maybe it could be lockpicked.
Don't think I have a thieves' tools, but do you have anything?
I figured you would be honest. Kind of a pirate's forte, stealing, pillaging.
I wasn't one for subtlety.
Neither was I. That's why I married into money.
So, is there anything I could do with my tinker's tools, maybe? To try and mess with the lock?
You could try to break it, maybe.
I just came back. Doesn't Leo have thieves' tools? Does Leo have that kind of stuff?
I don't know.
He's all disguisey, and I think he does, right?
I don't think
he does have something like.
I don't think he does. He's always had a gambling background. He's.
Okay, maybe not a thief. Okay.
Cool. I don't think anybody has thieves' tools in this party. I think we talked about this once. I don't think anybody has.
No, because Hurt can make them.
Yeah.
Because he's but he wouldn't have Herc, obviously.
You could always get them. You can always buy them somewhere.
Yeah.
Gwen, you can make a check. Okay. Roll a d20 and add your dexterity and your proficiency.
Okay. Damn. All right. So, my dex. So +6.
Yeah. Okay.
So 12.
12. So you kind of get out your tools and you kind of mess around with it and you yank on it and you pull at it, but it doesn't come loose.
Right? Okay. All right. If nobody else objects, I'm gonna pull out my pistol and aim it at the lock.
Okay.
I was gonna yell that, but yeah.
Have you tried opening it?
It's locked. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Hey.
you're just like messing around. You like put your tools back and you take out your gun and you shoot it, and it is open. You can go forward if you like.
I would like to go forward.
Okay. You guys come out into, like, you kind of wade through the water, and you come out into like a smaller cavern, which looks like maybe it was used by the goblins, and also maybe slaves. Looking around the room, there's a desk, there are a couple of bodies, there's a dead fire, there's a couple of barrels, and a chest in one corner as well.
I would like to make a beeline for the chest, please.
Okie dokie.
Be careful now. Watch out for traps.
The chest is locked as well.
Right. I'm gonna call out to the group. Maybe one of these guys has a key on them. And I'm quite unaffected by the grossness of the digging through bodies' pockets, as I'm quite used to that. I will just go ahead and start searching the bodies.
It seems like the bodies in here are not bodies of goblins, maybe not even bodies of slaves, but potentially bodies of slaves. They seem like humanoids who maybe had some wrong place, wrong time type of thing, maybe came in and tried to fight the goblins. They don't appear to have any keys on them. But you can roll 3 d10s for me, please.
Okay.
Hey, any chance you could just shoot off a log?
Of the chest?
Are they in? Yeah, depending on their internal or external logs, maybe.
You do find 20 pieces of silver kind of scattered amongst these bodies.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell down while this is happening, while I'm doing my ritual spell. Will it fit in the magical bag?
You lift what now?
Will it fit in the magical bag?
The chest? I don't know. Is that gonna fit in our bag of holding?
Yeah, it's a bag of holding, but you have to carry it out. It is kind of heavy as you kind of bend down to see what it's like.
Oh, do we not have it with us? Is it on the ship?
Oh.
Or do we have it with us?
Doesn't Ricard have it on him?
I thought Ricard had it on him.
I do have the bag of holding on me. I'll toss it all in straight.
Cool. All the loot.
Sorry, you're tossing
We can
it.
do that later.
Where? What are you doing? You're just taking it with you guys?
Yeah, we'll just dump all the stuff. We're gonna just dump it into the bag of holding.
Okay.
I will hold it open and allow Gwyn to put it in the bag of holding, my dearest captain.
Tip my hat.
You guys can both make investigation checks if you like to.
Can I guidance and give advantage? Would that be a thing I could do?
Yeah, or one of you can just take advantage. Up to you.
Shall I take it?
Yeah, you take it.
Ooh.
Wow.
1 out of 20.
And then E4 too for guidance, just to see if you hit 25.
Oh, sure.
So another thing that you find in here is within the papers of the desk, and you're kind of just rustling through to see what's in there. You see a ledger that appeared to be tracking slaves and their intake of slaves and where they come from, and like they're not named, they're just like numbers in the ledger itself, but it also names Rachel as kind of their main port that they operate out of, and then the route to sorry, hang on a second, I need to get up some information here. The route to the Southern Tempest from Rachel, which according to the ledger is like multiple months of a journey, and basically how these goblins have been coordinating these journeys over the past couple of years and going on shifts. So it seems like what you can gather from that information is that you guys fought maybe half of a goblin crew, and that potentially there's another half out currently transporting slaves, is what it seems like. You do also see 2 pirate ship names that appear to also be affiliated with this goblin crew. One of them is Powderfire. And the other one is the Nosferatu.
That's
Do we
pretty cool.
see in the ledgers, with the investigation skill I made, or the check that I made, do we see when the second half of the crew is due back to arrive with slaves?
Yeah.
Like, do they have a due date?
Yeah, I can give you the exact day. Hang on a second.
All right, here's the plan. We stay here for 6 months until the other crew gets back.
Okay, it's written in with the Root Coast calendar. So right now it is the 21st day of Rhybohr. They are meant to come back on the 34th of Malavar, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now.
Okay.
Which is like right on the edge of kind of right in the middle of the dry, hot season.
Do we have their exact their navigation course?
And you have the course in that information about basically how to get from Rachel to the Southern Tempest, which is, as we discussed in a couple sessions ago, it's like the other part of the world that you guys are in, Aebalan. You guys are in Root Coast, and Southern Tempest is like this multiple month trip. That is this land of like fiends and demons, theoretically.
I have an idea, Captain.
I'm listening.
We have their course in mind. We could intercept and free the other half of the slaves.
We could. It would be a considerable.
Oh, not now. We have time to prepare, though. We still have nearly a month, right? Over a month, I think.
A month until they arrive.
We can intercept them in there. We have their chart route. We could follow their route and intercept them along their route back here. It would make things easier if we did it when they weren't expecting. And in the ship, we do have an advantage because the Stormbringer.
It would be a considerable detour. If we wanted to meet them halfway, it would take us, 3 weeks?
Oh, no. We wait for them to get back to, like, the Root Coast region and then, like, intercept them as they're coming back to this island when they're least expecting it in their home turf.
In 6 weeks?
Oh, not that.
I'm going to collect this information, like all the parchments and ledgers that seem relevant, and just fold them away and tuck them into my coat, just so that we have that future reference. I'm going to say to Ricard, we definitely could. I think I have no idea where we're going to be in 6 weeks time. But if we're in the area, then it's worth holding on to at the very least.
All right. I guess we'll loot anything else that seems valuable in the room, toss it in the bag.
Yeah, you guys find like another 25 gold kind of scattered throughout here. There's like some empty tankards. Definitely these goblins were not super clean people. Some messes everywhere. There's like cots and sleeping bags are just like thrown on the ground. Multiple chains used to probably tie up slaves.
I'll grab the tankards and everything I'm grabbing. I'm just gonna do a quick prestidigitation and toss it in the bag. That's all stuff we could use for the people that kind of need a place to stay on the ship if they come with us.
Okay.
All of the gold and silver we find, I'm just gonna put it into the bag of holding.
Yeah,
put it in the chat.
I'll edit it now and add it.
Bucky.
Also,
yes.
Sorry, take out 10 of that gold, Damien, because I used it for Find Familiar. Sorry, earlier.
Do either those two ships, if when Gwen informs me of them, do they ring a bell at all on my side?
Yes, they do. Particularly Powderfire.
Yes.
These were the pirates that you fought when you were a Knight of the Blazing Sun.
Yes, they're the ones who stole my standard, aren't they?
Exactly. Yeah.
I thought so.
And Gwyn, you know about this particularly ruthless group of rogues and gunslingers that operate the Powderfire that pretty much refuse to cooperate with any other ships. And Ulrich, you actually know that they were last seen heading to the Bone Waste. You know their last kind of location.
Yes, yeah.
The Nosferatu, Gwyn, you know about that. Only you. It is a ship of vampire pirates.
Oh, that's cool. Vampirates.
Vampires is what the fuck you beat me to it, motherfucker.
When Gwen comes back and mentions the two, you see Ulrich immediately get up and walk over, pulling out something from his bag, which looks a bit like a tattered pirate battle standard or battle flag. I have history with Powderfire. It would have mean an awful lot to me if we could intercept their ship at some point. I have quite a great deal of unfinished business with them.
From the ledgers that we saw, is it the Powderfire or the Nosferatu that is currently making its journey back from, what is it?
It seems like it's that the Powderfire and the Nosferatu do not do the transportation between Southern Tempest and Rachel. That's done by goblin ships, but it seems like that once they get to Root Coast, that the Nosferatu and Powderfire are their points of selling slaves and transporting slaves out of Port Rusalka.
So in 6 weeks' time, we can expect to see the Powderfire here. I'll say that to Ulrich.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, we can't stay here for 6 weeks, but we should return in 5 at the most. If you're all comfortable with that, this is something that would mean a great deal to me.
I'm definitely open to it. It's a group decision that we'll need to make. We have, frankly, no idea where we'll be in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Or 2.5 if we're going to need to consider turning around.
Yeah. As I'm finishing my cast of Identify, DM, I would like to chime into this conversation and just say, we can also, if we want to, leave them a message to of some like forgive me for being somewhat crude, but we could take the blood and paint message in blood on the wall and fully intimidate them as well and try and get them off their game to avoid having to be here exactly in 6 weeks. We have no idea where we'll be. We could be on the other side of the world at that point.
Here in 6 weeks. Leave whatever message you want, but I will be here in 6 weeks.
Well, in that case, we can be here in 6 weeks. I will. Fair enough.
Identify on the chalice. So you identify it as a chalice of Cadboro, and is looking at the outside of it. Again, it's reminiscent for sure of the Shinrin-yoku goblet. It looks like it's made of the same material. It's kind of this golden material, not gold though, but it's definitely got some type of gold outface. And then there's the engravings of a kraken along the outside with tentacles weaving around two handles. And you identify it as A, being indestructible, the same thing as the Shinrin-yoku goblet, that it could potentially be used to harvest the Oxidus root.
Yep.
You also... You also seem to... It seems to have some other magical purposes that if you are to... Similar to what you guys did when you were going to the... to Crake Castle, where you freed Cadboro, and you guys had put money into those dishes in order to teleport between locations. It looks like it operates on some type of, if you give it an offering, it might give you something back that is life-giving. Some type of healing.
Interesting. I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna pull a gold piece out of my pocket, and no, I lied to you. I have 3 things I want to do. Okay. First things first. I want to. Where's Valanthi right now?
Right next to you, watching you cast the ritual.
Wonderful.
I'm just sitting.
You have a
waiting.
connection to Cadboro. You were able to bring me and Ulrich back. Would you mind helping me try to talk to her real quick?
I would not mind. What do you need?
Wonderful.
I guess we can.
Your connection. I would like you to facilitate for me. I'm asking for advantage on a religion check, if you don't mind. Asking for help.
Sure.
Wonderful. I'm going to try to reach out to Cadboro.
So, Valente, you're making a religion check? Is that what's happening here?
I think I'm giving.
Yeah, she's giving me advantage. Yeah.
Okay, I see. You're both just focusing in. Okay.
Yes.
Steve, go ahead and make... Oh, you did already. Okay.
25.
What are you saying? What are you trying to get out of this?
I want to just say to her, did Ulrich say anything to us about what he heard when she talked to him, or no?
No.
Okay, that's fine. Your temple has been desecrated here. We have found a chalice of yours and have killed some of the people who were inhabiting it. There is one more who got away. Do you know who that is?
She says, "Did you kill the witch?"
Unfortunately, we were unable to. She incapacitated 2 of us and escaped out the back.
It will not work until she is dead.
I was afraid of that. I'm not going to say that out loud. That's just what Jack was thinking. All right. Can you help pinpoint?
Bring it to me.
Yeah. I'm just not going to respond to that.
You're gonna ghost Cadboro? Literal ghost?
Literal ghost. Ha ha ha. And I'm going to do that. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I feel that connection go away. Because I assume that's something I can feel. Like I can feel her presence.
You guys can all feel that whenever you make religion checks.
Yeah.
You feel the presence of gods when they talk to you or anything like that.
Wonderful. I'm trying to wait till she's out of earshot, essentially, for this next thing I'm about to say.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Valanthi. This is a second feather in our cap. We must keep this safe. I'll look at Ulrich. This is a goblet of Cadboro, much like the goblet of Shinrin-yoku. It could be potentially used to consume the Oxatis root. It is magical, it is indestructible, and it, unlike the Shinrin-yoku goblet, because unfortunately Shinrin-yoku is no longer with us, if something were to go into it, it could potentially have healing properties. And I'm going to pull a gold coin out of my pocket and just put a gold coin in it and see what happens.
You drop a gold coin in, and there's like this thing, and then there's a burst of flames. And then the chalice begins to fill up with liquid. And it like starts to come up. It's like this reddish orange liquid with a little bit of a glow.
Chugging that shit.
Okay. It starts to bubble with black, and as you chug it down, it tastes like oil, and it tastes disgusting, and you have to like spit it out. You can swallow it if you like.
No, I won't swallow it. I'll spit it back in. I'll spit it back in the goblet.
Okay. It feels like almost burning in your mouth too, like similar. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't you. So never mind. It's just like this burning in your mouth that you feel. And you spit it back into the chalice.
Interesting.
I'm going to move to take the chalice off you, Sheev. I bled, and put my life on the line to secure this. I feel like it's only right if I carry it. And in future, when we are dealing with malevolent beings, I will not wait for us to parley with them. I will strike. Our delay almost got Valente killed.
That it did, and you were right to do so. And I do not disagree. You can absolutely carry this. I have no problem with that. I must warn you, and I will warn everyone here, that Cadboro has requested that we bring it to her. Her connection is no longer with me, so she's not listening to this happening. I do not necessarily think that is our best course of action, but she has requested it. And that also, she has told me that the goblet will not work as long as the witch here lives.
Well, I don't believe that she will be able to get off this island. We can spend some time hunting her down, and then we'll plan what to do next after that.
It is fair. My question would be, do we want to get out of this area and then rest and come back? Or do we want to rest in a unassailable location inside this dome that I can create and stay close to come back in sooner?
Well, I get the impression that that creature needs to feed. So, I don't think that she'll come back here anytime soon, now that her den has been spoiled and the treasure's been taken. She fled for a reason. Perhaps to blend in with the crowd at one of the major population centers here. I think if we rest up for a few days, make preparations, and keep an ear to the ground to see if anything suspicious happens.
All right. Sounds good to me. The only thing is that would interfere with our original plan of one day in, one day out. What can go wrong? The original plan that we had.
Speaking of day in and day out, just so you know, Sheev, because you have keen mind, it is getting into nighttime here. It's probably like 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Night is falling for sure.
Yeah. I would like to just cast. Oh no, Valanthe, you can do this. I'm gonna ask you if Valanthe, would you mind detecting the magic within this room? Is there anything in here that would harm us?
Are you guys talking about the cavern where the chest was and stuff?
Where we're having this conversation at?
Well, that was a little unclear because Gwyn and Ricard went down to get the chest. They gathered stuff into the bag of holding, including the ledger. And then did they come back up to meet you guys on top, or did you come down to meet them in the cavern?
I would assume they came up to us because I was casting a ritual spell, so...
Okay, so you guys are kind of all, like, in the top of this treed jungle here. There does not appear to be, with detect magic and even just basic level, you guys are just kind of in jungle up here.
Cool. I will turn to the group. So, it is getting pretty late. It is 9 p.m. right now. Do we make back for the town, or do we rest here?
I'm happy to ride back to town.
All right.
That does seem to be the best.
Back to town it is. Valanthe and I, unless we hitch a ride, and Gwyn will have to walk, and Rykard will have to walk, which is fine. It's just going to take us a bit longer. Sorry. It was 30 minutes on a horse, an hour and a half by foot.
Yeah, probably about 90 minutes to walk back. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. I'll get back by like 10, 11. That's not bad. All right. Walk back it is.
You can ride with me if you want. Or anyone else. That matter. We will secure room and board where we were and go check on the ship as well.
All right. Sounds good.
You guys set up a little reeling from, a plan that was well executed, just there were some unplanned contingencies within it, including the form of a hag. So you guys start your way back to the town of Port Rusalka.
A hag in the bag.
Ulrich and Gwyn on the horse, and Sheev and Ricard and Leo and Valente walking. And Valente, you can hear in the back of your mind just a light laughter. And that is where we are going to end this session.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Twas
Okay,
tense.
very nice.
Twas fun.
It was. I think we'll have to kill the hag. I think because I think Valente
Yeah,
is going to be
100%.
cursed. Unfortunately.
100%.